Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, as Jaden Smith would say, Dad bless you.
And finally, American Ramrod Kendo Slice. Kendo, how you doing?
I completely forgot about that. Thank you, Jeff.
I've been waiting the whole week to call you that publicly, so there you go.
I like it. I like it. I am the American Ramrod. Kai Ramrod. Say Ramrod.
Say it with me. Oh, so folks, we are back. I guess the numbering's all out of whack, but I think this should be episode 179. We're just going to call it episode 179. Whatever it says over on Podbean, that's the official numbering. YouTube doesn't like episode numbering for some reason, so go back and listen to us that way, or just, follow the timeline here on YouTube, and we'll figure it out. But anyway, though, we're here. We're happy. We're glad to be back. Nick is away on location. Kendo, what was he doing again?
He is currently sitting around a campfire dipping a turkey leg in mayonnaise.
Okay. I knew he relayed that to you in smoke signals. I completely forgot.
Yeah, there's been several cracked coconuts that have showed up on my doorstep today. So based on the frequency that they land, I know how far away he is.
Damn. Okay. Well, I guess it must be tough being an extra in the next Fast and Furious movie with fucking The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he's currently right now being tribal tattooed as we speak.
So, folks, we're going to start the show off like we always do, and we're going to say thanks to our patrons. So, first off, we want to thank Brian Osborne. We also would like to thank our friend Derek Nickel, as well as Christopher Z and T. Stoney. So, thank you guys for joining our Patreon. Tonight on After Hours, we're going to be talking about something kind of dark, kind of scary, kind of depressing, but you'll love the outcome. Don't worry. So, that's going to be a lot of fun. That's on After Hours. But we've been talking about switching platforms, and we are still waiting for final approval from Subscribestar. So for those wanting to back us on Subscribestar to get all these extra bonus hours of content each week, it's coming eventually. I'm just waiting on them. So as soon as we get that confirmation from Subscribestar, we will be on there, and we will be having a another platform so you can back us. And I think there's another one that it might accept us too. So just keep listening to the show for updates. Now, before we get into the show proper, I want to give a shout out, not necessarily to the listener of the week, but just to a group of people. So there have been a lot of people in the Fandom Menace community who have sent out retweets or shares about the Anna sister situation. I just want to thank everybody for doing what you guys are doing. It just goes to show what kind of community we are, how much everyone cares about each other, and I greatly appreciate that. Anna is a friend. This is rough for everyone involved, and the more people that spread the word, the quicker we can resolve this positively. So shout out to everybody who's been taking the initiative to help spread the word with that. So are you guys ready to, well, hold on first. Sorry, I have some housekeeping I have to take care of. So Wednesday morning, I was supposed to do a Good Morning Pop Culture. I got up, I had my coffee, I went live. There was just one problem. You fine folks could not hear me. I checked my microphone. I checked everything. I plugged it in. I turned off my computer. I restarted it twice. My microphone broke. You're hearing me through a brand new Blue Yeti, so thankfully we're able to do that. But the old one broke, and that's why we didn't have a Good Morning Pop Culture. I was going to do it this morning, but I ended up staying up late for the Anna stream, and then I finished the video for this morning. So there will be some bonus Good Morning Pop Cultures sprinkled throughout the upcoming days. I will be out of town for a little bit. But once that gets taken care of, we can, have some fun in the morning. So you guys ready to have some fun tonight?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
All right.
And it's pronounced Yete.
Yete?
Yeah, the Yete.
Okay. Well, soon Conrad Thompson's not going to have any butte to have a podcast with.
That is not true. That is not true. He's still got Tony Schiavone, which is by far my favorite of the four he does.
I'll be honest, Schiavone is the most entertaining person he has on his show.
Yes,
well,
it's
technically Schiavone's show. Those two guys have great chemistry, and they don't give a fuck. That's what I love about it.
That's why it's awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric Bischoff. Sorry, Bruce Pritchard. You guys have been usurped by Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, and JR, because Grillin' JR is also an excellent listen.
Wait, there's a new show?
Yes, actually there is. Not intentionally trying to shill for it, but he started doing a new one with. So if you go and you look at the Grillin' JR podcast, starting about 6 weeks ago or so, Conrad started being his, MC for the show. So it's essentially another version of Pritchard or Bischoff, but with JR, and it's a little bit more, entertaining because JR has no beholdingness to the WWE, so he could say whatever he wants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check That's right. No one else gets that. So tonight's main topic is Paul Rudd, Ghostbuster Savior. In honor of the topic, I'm drinking a beer because this is the best news I've heard probably all year in regards to entertainment. To me, this makes me happier than, there's another cut of Endgame coming out. Really don't give a shit. There's a new Spider-Man movie. Okay. But to know that Paul Rudd, probably the most likable actor in Hollywood. Is he officially World Class Bullshitter's favorite actor?
I think by now it's yes. That's a positive.
It's got to be. Yeah. It has to be.
And he's interacted with our fans. He's the guy. He's the Paul Rudd that commented on one of our listeners' Dong Lover shirt. So Paul Rudd is cool with us. He's cool with everybody. It's official. Paul Rudd is going to be in the next Ghostbusters.
Woo!
God damn, dude.
I'm so excited and happy. Like I told you, as soon as I saw you posted that, I'm like, take my money right now. I'm 100% committed to watching this movie more than I was before.
Yeah, I wasn't really that excited over the new Ghostbusters movie. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get the original cast back. Awesome. I'll watch it. But then they're talking about new actors, new cast members. I'm thinking, okay, fine, whatever. Oh my God, Paul Rudd. For some reason, Paul Rudd excites me more than Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson and Sigourney Weaver. The only bigger get would be Rick Moranis. So
I was about to say, I was like, that's probably the only comparable thing would be Rick Moranis coming back to be Rick Moranis.
You think we're going to get Moranis and get Rick Moranis to be in the movie?
God, I hope so.
I'd like to think so.
I would too. I'd like to think that Rick Moranis will make a miraculous comeback as Louis Tully and give us a performance he's never given us before.
Yeah, I think so because he owes it to him. He turned into a dog once and they helped him.
Who does your guys' taxes? He is such an underrated part of that flick.
Yes, he really is. He really is.
Now I have a question. Do you think he's better in part 1 or part 2?
Oh man.
See, I like 2 more, but
Nobody's
I think. Yeah, well, shit. That's why I'm on the show.
Because if you were perfect, this would be Collider.
Damn.
I bet.
That's shit. No, I know that was a little mean. So, I saw the video. Did you guys see the video?
No, I didn't.
So, it starts out, it's a cell phone video of somebody filming the Ghostbusters firehouse, the headquarters, and it's this voice talking blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden Paul Rudd comes from behind the cell phone camera and he talks about, I answered the call to be in Jason Reitman's film starting this fall and all this stuff. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is real. So there's a video of Paul Rudd accepting the role of whatever Ghostbuster he's going to be, and with a guy like Paul Rudd, it's going to be good.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. You're on the clock, Ernie Hudson. My favorite Ghostbuster might be taken down a peg by Mr. Paul Rudd. You can't really show me too many things and then show me Paul Rudd and have me pick the other thing. It's like, we're, a comedy role at The Rock. Okay, Paul Rudd. I'm picking Paul Rudd. Sorry, Rock. You're just not as funny. Now, one thing a lot of people I'd like for them to take into account is the fact that while you may hate the 2016 Ghostbusters, like you all should, because it is garbage, don't make this film suffer. The only reason I say that is because this film is a response to the gender swap of Ghostbusters 2016. They have gone back so quick to try to fix the Ghostbusters branding, the IP. And this is their way of not saying they're sorry, but asking you for more money. And if this movie is a success, the old cast comes back, expect the idea of remakes with gender swaps to kind of just fade away.
Good.
Which is where they belong. Faded away and not existence.
Yeah, because it's well, yeah. You would think. You think it's like, oh, well, should we take our time and make a good movie, or should we just sub out the genders and we're just gonna sub out the genders? Fine. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that shit'll be not
what
over,
the people want.
Yeah, McCarthy, she's awesome. Be in my movie.
It's a Cadillac.
Yeah. I love everything about the Ghostbusters. The only way this could get better is if they remade the movie and it was all women instead, and it wasn't funny.
Well, you got your dream, Kendo.
Yay!
2016 was your automobile.
That's right.
Even though I got a new mic, it still picks up my shitty neighborhood. Sorry, folks. Probably clearer than ever, isn't it?
That damn Yeti.
I know, this Yeti. Luckily, Target had one. I thought I was going to have to go days without doing the show.
Did you get 2 turntables with it?
That's where it's at. Yes, I did.
All right.
Fuck you. I'm sorry. We don't really quote Beck on this channel.
I think that might actually be the first time ever.
Yeah. Well, it's the last time ever too.
I'm fine with that.
No, this is just good news to me. It's very rare that we get to start the show off reporting on good news, because normally we're always talking about, crazy this, crazy that, bullshit. And no, Paul Rudd. I mean, Paul Rudd is the savior of entertainment.
Yes, and especially like you said, an IP that needs definite repairs, and it'll be interesting to see Ghostbusters with actually funny people in it and actually funny jokes and not beating over your head. Hey, this is what I am. Do you get it? Do you get it? No, it's actually going to be funny Paul Rudd being Paul Rudd. So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it I got to say about Paul Rudd. I'm really excited. I'm really, I'm looking forward to Ghostbusters. I don't think Sony, underneath it all, can afford to have another IP failure.
Not after these past 2 weeks. That's for damn sure.
No.
The bar is being raised with this film. I know people were thinking, you're putting a lot of stock into this, Jeff. Well, can you give me a Paul Rudd performance that sucked? Or being honest, I even saw Our Idiot Brother, and I liked Paul Rudd in it. So, I mean, there we go. So I'm sold. Now, who would you cast as other modern Ghostbusters, hypothetically?
Other modern Ghostbusters. Oh, fuck, dude. That's a good Kevin Hart. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if you want to drive the audience away with the same joke over and over.
Okay. Listen. Say it with your chest.
Are you trying to have Joe Pesci be a Ghostbuster?
Yeah.
Well, if Joe Pesci was black, shorter, and a little less funny, he'd be Kevin Hart. So I think that's pretty much on the nose.
Well, I mean, you're okay. It's clearly Leo.
Okay.
Well, clearly you haven't watched the epicness that is a Kevin Hart stand-up special, sir. That's so funny.
We're gonna bust Ghost in the drive-thru.
I wish that would be a line in the movie now.
That would be
if we get Joe Pesci in it, and he's playing his role from Lethal Weapon, but as a Ghostbuster, yes.
Damn well could happen.
Man, there's money.
Louis gets the Ghostbuster.
There's money left on the table if they don't make a movie where they just get actors' most iconic characters and put them together like the Expendables, but they just, it doesn't have to be an action flick and it doesn't have to be other generic characters. It's not like Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, and this and that. It's Walker, Texas Ranger, and whoever else. So I'm still holding on with that.
Yes, especially now that all those guys are getting older. So hopefully someone comes up with that shit again before they all get too old to do anything.
Yeah, well, sadly, it took this long to get a Ghostbusters with the original cast because, Harold Ramis passed away. But there's the game and there's all these other things that we have for Ghostbusters. So maybe this is a nice way to evolve into the future.
But I guess I don't any other maybe well, you know what? If like RDJ, I think would be really good for it.
Really? Robert Downey Jr. is a Ghostbuster?
I'd buy that for $1.
I think he's too expensive.
Well, he is for sure. I'm saying if price is no object here, and you got someone with some serious comic chops, I would definitely drop RDJ's name in the hat there.
I was kind of thinking maybe Tom Hiddleston because he's got a really good dry sense of humor, and he's really good at deadpan, jokes. So he could be kind of like Bill Murray.
It's so bizarre to try to pitch, other Ghostbusters, but
it's tough, man. It's tough.
Shia LaBeouf.
5 years, sure.
Yeah, he just stares at the camera and he's fucking crying.
Well, I saw the ghost.
What's
I
the
see
deal?
Dead people. Be like, whoa, that's from a different movie.
He had his flag issue, He Will Not Divide Us or whatever, and then he just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, he just had some MTV video come out where it's him talking about his career and all that shit. I didn't watch it because I'm just like, hey, Shia LaBeouf, no thanks. I already saw fucking Transformers. But I mean, who knows? That dude's fucking. He's hot. He's cold. He's yes. He's no. Who the fuck cares?
I'd like to think he's living in a cave somewhere out west.
In a cave with Harrison Ford just behind him, screaming at him.
Yeah,
promote the goddamn movie, son.
Crystal Skull.
Don't say those words together unless it's Crystal Head vodka.
Okay. You'll never be short round.
Well, I don't think Shia LaBeouf is Asian enough, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2019, man. Movie magic.
Well, let me address these super chats real quick because there's a question that I'll answer again. So Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus says. He also says, "Sorry, I had to wait for the wind to roll me over." Dr. Coffindale says, "What happened to Good Morning Pop Culture the other morning, Jeff?" Well, like I said, I went live. My microphone was broken. So that afternoon, I went out to buy a microphone, and I will do another episode when I'm home, when I'm back from Columbus. Now, Salvador says, a battle royale with Jason Momoa, Keanu Reeves, The Rock, and Paul Rudd for most likable guy.
Ooh.
If it's a fight, I hate to say it, but Paul Rudd's probably the first one out of a fight.
Right. Yeah. Unless he picked up some fight moves from fucking Ant-Man.
He's gonna pull the Thanos anus destroyer move.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually don't want to think about that. I like all these people. I don't want them to die.
Yeah, especially getting Thanoled like that. You don't want that.
Is that what you're pointing the term Thanoled?
Yeah, getting Thanoled.
I would wear that on a shirt. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I'd sell it on a shirt, but I wouldn't wear it.
It's just him about to snap his fingers. Underneath it just says, "Get Thanoled."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking myself.
That sounds like a 90s soft drink commercial.
Got Thanol.
Got Thanol. Oh my god, we got to get like Jennifer Aniston to sell it. I get Thanoled all the time. When Brad Pitt and I.
God damn.
Oh my god, I need something to laugh about. It's so fucking hot where I live right now. It's just miserable today. So
yeah, I feel you there.
I'm fighting off the heat, and sorry folks if I sound defeated. I'm just tired. Goddamn weather. No, Salvador though, to answer for your battle royale choice, I think Paul Rudd might be the most likable guy. As much as I love Jason Momoa, Keanu Reeves, and The Rock's my hero, Paul Rudd, there's just something. He's not as I guess he's more earnest than the other three.
So, I think that's fair,
Yeah.
And he just doesn't have to try. I feel like he doesn't have to try as hard to be funny. Like the other three, they have to do specific things to be funny. I mean, obviously, they each have great qualities whenever they do something funny. But Paul Rudd is just, he can do almost anything, and it would be like a genuine funny bit. And it just comes a lot easier for him, I feel.
Yeah, I'd say Paul Rudd Keanu. I'd say Paul Rudd's the most versatile because let's be honest, Keanu Reeves in the '90s trying to do his accent.
I know where the bastard sleeps.
Wasn't it Dracula he was in?
Yeah, Bram Stoker's fucking Dracula. Imagine you're fucking and I love Keanu Reeves, but you're Keanu Reeves and you're in a movie with fucking Gary Oldman. And they're like, "Yeah, you're doing a great job." I'd be like, "Why are you telling me I'm doing a great job? Why are you lying?" No, are we seeing the same fucking movie that I'm in? Because clearly this shit ain't rolling downhill.
Well, what year was it? Okay, Google.
92?
What year did Bram Stoker's Dracula come out? Probably.
Say 91, 92.
Oh, crap, it actually Googled probably is 92. Yeah, it is 92. Thanks, Google.
Nice.
So let's see. Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Reeves. He's not Christopher Reeve. Keanu Reeves had just come off of what? Bill and Ted 2 is out, what, 91?
Yeah. Parenthood.
Next flick. I haven't seen Parenthood.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a pretty good movie. Yeah, young Keanu Reeves and what's her name from the Goonies?
Arthur Plimpton.
Yep.
Bill Plimpton's niece, who's a famous animator for those who don't know.
Steve Merton's in it.
Yep. I do not know him.
You don't know Steve Martin?
He's the owner of Merton's Meats.
Merton's Meats, yeah. He's King Tut.
Okay. Well, excuse me. I don't speak Appalachian.
Easy.
Dude, you're on the high from the Blues winning, so how can you be angry at anything? You survived death. The Blues won. This is a hell of a year for you.
Goddamn right, 2019. The year
True story. Easy. I maybe have had a really great run and a fortunate one lately, but I'm still not a goddamn Appalachian.
Gloria! You're gonna win your Deadpool this year too.
Am I?
Yeah, this coming year.
I have to check it because I don't think anybody's gone down recently.
Well, there's a lot of the year left. So,
well, if you had Dog's wife, you're definitely up front.
No, definitely.
I did not see that one coming. Did you?
No, dude. I was just like, I know she was battling cancer, but I was like, God damn. I didn't
even know she was battling cancer. Not to sound cold, but once that show went off the air, I just stopped thinking about those people.
Well, yeah, it has a very special place in my heart.
What, Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, it's got a great theme song by Ozzy Osbourne.
It does. It does. And they got wonderful names. Dog, Beth, Wayland.
It's Dwayne.
Dwayne. At least we're not covered in glass, Dwayne.
I'm not going to do an Argyle laugh because I'm not short and, have pressed hair.
Right. Yeah. It probably could get your ass kicked by a stiff breeze.
Yeah, talk about the weakest of Die Hard characters.
Yeah, right?
The first guy that got killed in the great sweatsuit with the tiny feet, and he's somehow more masculine than Argyle.
Oh, absolutely. Because he at least has a gun. He has a gun, and you're like, okay, cool. He's got a gun, even though he's wearing a matching gray sweatshirt and sweatpants ensemble. He at least can shoot a motherfucker.
Well, I was, we had watched Batman last week, and I've been thinking about Bob the Goon since the High Council. And there are so many great 80s henchmen, and that guy is not one of them. He is so fucking lame. He's like, hello there, the alarm is off. No one is coming, my friend.
I just remember many a Thirsty Thursday, and a couple times we would obviously, especially if it was on Netflix, you and I would watch it, and I would just start laughing. Just this fucking short blonde-haired German dude in a matching fucking sweatsuit. And I don't even now. I don't know why that's so goddamn funny. It's just a German dude with great German hair and German gray sweatpants and with little ass feet that are smaller than my sister. It's hilarious.
Your sister actually does have tiny feet too.
She does too.
It works on so many levels.
I know.
And no one else is in on this joke but us. They're just like, what is up tonight? I'm like, I don't know.
Going crazy with the heat.
Yeah. No one is coming, my friend. I promise I won't hurt. And he's fucking. It's like, why are you? Everyone. That's another great question. Everyone's wearing some type of practical shit. I mean, even the dude at the door puts on the fucking blazer. Why this blonde-haired motherfucker is the only one wearing a sweatsuit? I just don't know.
It was laundry day at Asian Dawn, laundromat.
He learned about them in time.
Oh my god. I don't know why, but that's just so fucking funny.
That movie never gets old.
Nope.
I never get tired of watching it.
No, it's fucking one of the greatest action movies of all time, bar none.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had some internal crisis this week. I don't know if Back to the Future is still my favorite movie.
Ooh, I don't know if I like this version of Jeff.
It's Beverly Hills Cop that I'm thinking might be my favorite. I can't help but stop, I'm like, I love Back to the Future, but what do I want to watch all the time?
See, and you're right. You're riding that new high wave. You got that original print, man. So
how is this a new high wave? I mean,
I've liked this movie most of my life.
No, I'm saying it's a new wave. This is a separate wave, a new wave. So all the other waves, forget the soundtrack that was re-released and all that shit. You found an original fucking cut, still in the goddamn plastic. That's a new wave, baby. That's fresh. That's hot. That's some Axel F level shit.
That's true, and the funny part is I'll never open that.
As you shouldn't.
Why would I? I don't have a record player.
Well, yeah, that's.
I don't speak Spanish, Baxter.
That's not you. You from Buffalo.
Fuck it. Let's see. The Grand Inquisitor says, pulling out jives and jamboree hands out. 2 turntables and a microphone. Bottles and cans, just clap your hands and just clap your hands.
Jesus.
Well, Grand
quote unquote music.
Yeah. What's that song I don't dislike by him? E-Pro? Or is it the album?
I don't know.
Album.
I don't know, Beck.
Does Beck sing She's Going the Distance, or is that Cake?
That's Cake.
Okay, I like that song. Sorry,
yeah,
Beck.
I Cake is fine. I mean, I like Cake too.
I feel like that would be a perfect segue if someone was like, well, what does Beck mean to you? Jeff would be like, is he the dude that sings She's Going the Distance?
Yeah. No, dude,
like, that's Cake. He'd be like, oh, never mind. Never mind.
Then I don't like him.
Be like, I love that Beck song about that girl with the short skirt and the long jacket.
That's Cake, dude.
Oh.
Gloria, I think I got your number.
Oh, that goddamn guy. This is a weird night.
Brett Hall, man, he's a legend.
I showed Hillary that video, and we watched it like 10 times in Kendo's honor, and because it's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
we went to a bar and we're just watching it on my phone. God damn it! Oh, god damn it!
I'm gonna make Jesse Milestone watch it this weekend.
You have to. It's so good.
That man has been living his best life for the last 2 weeks, and I think he's been celebrating this more than the two that he actually won. The guy scored a third overtime goal to win the Stanley Cup, and I think he's celebrating the team that he used to play for harder and more, flamboyantly than he did when he actually won it as a player.
And it's just, and it's so funny because obviously, you weren't lying. That dude is shit faced, right? And that's already funny. But then he's like, "We're the champion." You think he's gonna go into a Queen thing? That's what I'm watching. I'm like, he's gonna start singing Queen, even though Kendall told me the story already. He's gonna say, "Nope." He took a fucking swerve. He's like, "Gloria, I think I got your number."
They had to literally drag him away from the microphone. He was having that much fun at the rally, and God, what a national treasure that man is.
God, 2019 off with a banger.
Yeah. Let's see. Obi-Wan 27883 says Haley Joel Osment for a Ghostbuster because irony. LOL.
That would be some sweet irony. He used to see him, now he busts him because busting makes him feel good.
I'd buy that for $1, especially after seeing him in that Ted Bundy movie. I'm like, you know what? Please make me laugh, Haley. What the fuck?
Was that the one with Zac Efron?
Yeah.
That was filmed by me.
Oh, you did say that when they started filming that shit.
Yeah, I was like, there's a Zac Efron. He's in town. Like, if you went across the river, there was Zac Efron. I'm like, okay. I never went to go see him. That's not something that was on my to-do list.
Well, hopefully he wasn't drinking his ass to death. Fucking alcoholic. Poor
bastard. Is he really an alcoholic?
He was. I mean, I'm sure you don't stop being alcoholic, but yeah, he was. That was a big thing he was fighting with was alcoholism.
Oh, I did not know that about Zac Efron. Zac Efron. That sounds like the German guy from Die Hard.
Zac Efron, get in here.
The alarm is not going off. Zac Efron. I'm weird today. I'm sorry, people. It's been a long couple of days.
Yeah.
SoCal Z Gangster says, love the video today, Jeff. High Council equals Jeff the Brains, Ethan the Big Name, Jeremy the Geek with Game, and allegedly above average membrane. God damn it. SoCal Z Gangster, thank you very much for the compliment on the video. I had a great time making it. I was actually having way too much fun with this new microphone because it sounds a little richer, so I was saying random shit, and then I was in a really good mood when I recorded it. But no, folks, if you haven't watched our new Star Wars boss video, it's really not too much of a complaint about Kathleen Kennedy. It's drawing a parallel to the Kathleen Kennedy-Steven Spielberg relationship with Michelle Rejwan and J.J. Abrams, and how basically the power structure in Hollywood is too stagnant, and we need to move past the same remake, retread, reboot, redo, all that shit that's in all these videos or all these movies today. And with her, basically, J.J. is just in control of more stuff. So
yeah.
Check it out. It's a good watch. Not as long as some other videos, but I've been trying to do some behind-the-scenes stuff so I can get ready for Columbus tomorrow.
The video has a great message.
Thank you. So I'm trying to look at this. Somebody sent me the article about this new James Bond flick.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
And how the title might be called A Reason to Die.
Fuck.
I hate the title.
That's a terrible
not the fan.
No, not look it. There have been only a handful of James Bond flicks with bad titles.
Right, yeah, it's a short list, but those titles, the bad ones, are fucking bad.
Well,
and that one's up there, dude. That's fucking up there.
What do you think is a bad James Bond title? Because even a terrible movie like Octopussy at least has a cool name.
Yeah, it's iconic, even though the movie's kind of shit.
I think that one is iconic because it's such a bad name. I wouldn't consider Octopussy a great name.
Well, yeah, that it gave. Yeah, I was gonna say that in 1983 gave a bunch of young kids the excuse to say pussy. They're like, I love Octopussy. Let's go see Octopussy.
Hey, Dad, have you seen Octopussy? Son, I've not seen Octopussy in years.
What about? I was gonna say, what about the kids in 1964? Dad, can we go see that new James Bond movie with Goldfinger and Pussy Galore?
Yeah.
Yep.
The 60s were much more up.
Weird time, dude.
Yeah,
weird time.
Compared to 1983. I'm pretty sure kids in 1983, if they said pussy, it's like, Madonna's on TV. It's not a big deal. In 1964,
bitch Madonna's ruining our culture.
Well, for other reasons, with her terrible music in that Overboard movie with Guy Ritchie.
Yeah. Oh, that's a thing. I'm glad that it didn't do
wait.
well.
Overboard was the good movie with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
You're thinking of Swept Away.
Swept Away. I've seen it one time. It was terrible. I watched it with Dustin.
Of course.
He probably loved it.
I was going to ask if it was with Dustin. Sure fucking enough. I should have guessed
it. Dustin and I had watched a handful of movies. Not as many as we have watched because we've been friends for way longer. But I'd say 90% of the movies I watched with Dustin were pretty bad. Just putting that out there.
See, and I'm glad that I could swoop in and save your life with Hercules Adventures of Hercules, rather.
God damn, I love that. Well, for a minute, I thought you said Avengers, not Adventures of Hercules. Or excuse me, the show's called Hercules: The Legendary Journeys. We're both, stupid.
I know we're excited with Paul Rudd. He has us flustered.
Yeah, it's the heat. It's the Paul Rudd. It's the fact that I got so much to do before I go out of town. Oh yeah, folks. By the way, there's going to be an announcement for the comic tomorrow. So if you've backed it on Indiegogo, there will be an update in the morning, and it's a good update. And the guys have seen the pages and stuff, and it's exciting. So, no, but you said Avengers. I thought you said Avengers. Are you going to go see the new Avengers, the recut or whatever it's called?
I am. Yeah, I'll probably turn into a date night just to kind of help push it past Avatar.
See, I want to see it beat Avatar, but at the same time, it's like, am I really going to help Disney beat itself?
I keep forgetting Avatar is Disney. God, I always forget that. I keep forgetting that's a Disney movie. God damn it.
I mean, I try to remind people, folks, remember, Disney owns this, that, and the other thing. But people are just like, nope, I'm really excited that the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are going to join the MCU. And it's like, are you, though? It's been a pretty rough couple of, with the exception of Deadpool and Logan. It's been a rough 10 years for X-Flicks.
Yes.
I mean, what kind of world do we live in?
For a man,
now where the list of stuff that Disney owns is far longer than the list of stuff that doesn't.
Yeah, there's that graph. It's kind of scary.
A little bit. I mean, you don't want one company monopolizing all of entertainment because, look at WWE.
Well, I only wish we covered more wrestling on this channel because do you realize the numbers wrestling videos are getting right now on YouTube?
Yeah, well,
you
could always cover it.
The thing is, the audience will leave. They'll go, I don't like wrestling. I'm leaving. And it's like, okay, fuck. So maybe we'll use the secondary channel to talk about wrestling.
We could.
WrestleLamia is getting 400,000 views a day.
Yeah, but his stuff's extremely clickbaity.
Yeah, but it's actually entertaining to watch.
It's true. It is.
I watch
it is.
I'm just like, fuck. He's like wrestling Jeremy, except Jeremy doesn't put flubs in his videos. This WrestleLamia guy, every couple of videos, he'll say the same thing like 3 times in a row that he forgot to edit out. So I'm not all about that life. Sorry. I'm not, man. Quality over quantity. I really, really, really want to talk about Spider-Man this coming week. I wish I was. It's weird. I'm excited to go hang out with Jesse, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, there's so much to do about Spider-Man, and this is the big week. It's about to come out. So we'll just do a whole nother month of Spider-Man. How's that sound, folks?
I like that.
I mean, I don't think I would dislike that. So
we'll do our annual Raimi commentaries. We'll make that a thing. Did we ever do Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, you did it.
Yep. I don't think you published it. That might have been one of the ones that didn't sound great in post.
There are a couple things we've done that I've never released, and I'm just like, nope, not going to release them.
Yeah, I was going to say you did those a couple years ago because it was before I joined the train, and you put out all 3 of them because I went out and bought them on Blu-ray just to watch it and listen.
You really are our biggest fan.
Yeah, that's the thing too because I actually bought Spider-Man 3, which I didn't want to. And that was the second time I'd ever seen the movie because I saw it the one time in theaters, was pissed. And then I was like, I'm never watching this piece of shit again. And then World Class Bullshitters put out a commentary. Oh, you got Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Damn it. I'm going to go buy it. Because I want to watch it and, listen to Jeff hate on it because I'm sure he hates it as much as I do.
Was I drunk on that one?
I don't recall. It was a couple years ago.
Well, we'll just have to make a new one and I'll get drunk for it.
That's fine. We can do that. I actually had a thought and an idea about it. I'll tell you off air.
Cool. I like your thoughts and ideas. Speaking of bonus stuff that we do do we want to tell the listeners how rough Twilight Zone was?
I would just like to apologize for every bad thing that's ever happened to somebody of color because it's all my fault.
You son of a bitch.
Well, the thing is, folks, the first episode that is on YouTube, or at least it used to be on YouTube, is titled The Comedian. And I will give you a little spoiler because we did a 90-minute roundtable. I don't know what to call it, Kendo, at this point. It was just 90 minutes long.
I was going to say support group.
Well,
that's really what it really boiled down to, is us each taking turns recapping episodes and just sit there going, man, I know it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this.
Yeah, it was a really, really bad show. But I will say that first episode was very solid. I gave it a fairly high score because it has the elements of the Twilight Zone twist and all sort of stuff like that. But then it becomes overtly racist at times.
Exactly what we said it was going to be when they announced Jordan Peele was going to have the Twilight Zone. We're like, oh, well, we know this is going, and we weren't wrong.
Yeah, so folks, if you're like, oh man, you were worried about nothing. No, we were right. The first episode is decent, and then it becomes everything you fear. It's the wokest show on TV. Well, on CBS All Access. Dion, it's essentially Tales from the Hood to the streaming show.
See, yeah, and then I would just end up getting fucking violently angry again. You know?
You will. You will get violently angry watching the show. There's some shit about police and like the Black Family episode was the roughest one to watch.
Jesus.
Are you talking about the
the
one with the camcorder?
Yeah.
That one. I was uncomfortable, and I was like, man, this is awful and horrible and is doing damage to society if somebody were to watch this and take this literally. And now I feel awful for everything that's ever happened. It's my fault.
Well, what I enjoyed was, the original version of the magical camera where all those criminals turned on each other and it took pictures of each of their deaths, and greed got them and they lost all their money. The new Twilight Zone, they take it and they make it about this magical camcorder and how this mother is taking her son to college and how the police are trying to keep them down. But once they get educated, they're, enlightened and they're able to fight with, I don't even know what the message outside of that the cops were bad was.
That was pretty much the only message I got from it, is that white cops are bad and they'll do everything they can to kill you.
And you think, oh, you guys, you're just exaggerating. It's not that crazy. It is. We told you about Tales from the Hood too. We're telling you about this Twilight Zone as well.
I am still terrified of Jeeps.
Yeah, and you're
terrified of the Jeeps.
Well, yeah, I'm terrified of the Jeeps, and I'm worried that one day I'm gonna have to beat you to death to make Emmett Till happy.
Dude, I think I should be terrified of the Jeeps because white patrol, and I might have to sacrifice myself, because fuck my kid.
Yes, folks, that was the message in that one.
We're not exaggerating. That was literally the message for Tales of the Hood too.
I feel like a lot of people that are listening right now are going, "Wait, what did you just say?" And then we, reassure you that's actually what you heard.
That's actually the truth. Yeah. Apparently, the message in that one was interracial couples are bad, biracial babies are bad, and you have to do exactly what Martin Luther King would want you to do, because if you don't, you hate freedom.
Yep,
it was very, very bizarre.
I told myself I would never watch that show or that movie again, unlike you. And I feel like I got the old Hucklebuck with the Twilight Zone. So Jordan Peele, you already get the award from World Class Bullshitters for worst piece of entertainment in 2019.
Yeah.
I will say that Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone is worse than Captain Marvel.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I would rather watch Captain Marvel on repeat for an entire week than one more episode of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone.
Would you like to know what I did to wash the taste out of Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone from my mouth?
Watch the actual Twilight Zone?
No, well, I watch that every day, but no, I watch Black Mirror.
Ooh, yeah.
The new season with Hannah Montana.
Nice.
I gotta watch the new season. I heard it was actually pretty damn good.
I haven't watched the whole season, just the episode with her, because I thought it was the first one. Turns out it was the last episode of the season. Kind of good. Not saying it's great. It's not as thought-provoking or as impactful as the earlier Black Mirrors, but for what it is, I think you guys will like it. So, folks, that's my recommendation for this week.
Yeah, and when we were looking through those reviews for the Patron, a lot of them, there was a lot of reviews that said Black Mirror is so much better, or Black Mirror does this better.
Black Mirror does do it better for the most part. There are a few Black Mirror episodes that I hate. The one about the women in the relationship, but it's like a dream or whatever.
Yeah, that wasn't a great one.
That actress that's going to be in the new Terminator, she's only been in one thing I enjoy, *Halt and Catch Fire*. Other than that, I see her. I think her name's Mackenzie Davis, and I just go,
sounds about right.
Who would you rather watch in a film about, Mackenzie Davis or Mackenzie Phillips?
Phillips.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Phillips.
One day at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So speaking of TV shows, Kendo, your buddy died this past week. The guy from Alf.
Yeah, I saw that, and I wouldn't go as far as call him a buddy, but he was definitely a big part of my growing up years of watching Alf, and that show and everything. And I saw that he died, and I'm like, I hadn't thought about him for at least a year.
I'll never forget when I was a kid. There was a picture of him on like a
R.I.P. Willie.
There was like a photo of him on an Enquirer, a National Enquirer, and it looked like he was smoking weed out of an apple. And I
could have been.
I don't know if it was real or fake, but that is the only memory I have of the dad from Alf.
Yeah, good old Willie Tanner.
Wait, they were the Tanner family too?
Yep.
What city did they live in?
I don't know if they ever really said. It was in California, so it was probably cousin to Danny Tanner.
I was going to say, Danny Tanner lived in California. Yeah. Just saying.
I don't know if they ever really I think it's supposed to be somewhere in the Los Angeles area.
Well, I'm just going to say that Danny Tanner is related to
Willie Tanner. I mean, I'll take it.
6 Degrees of Danny Tanner.
Is that a better game than 6 Degrees of Billy Ray Cyrus?
Hell no, it's not. Not a better game. Just because you got to work hard doesn't make it better.
That's true. Was this week Nick's week for the 6 Degrees of Billy Ray Cyrus mullet?
Yep.
Yeah, and he fucked up.
Conveniently, he didn't show up because he knew it was his turn. What a puss.
That's right.
So, folks, tonight we also have another topic we want to talk about. And I've been seeing this everywhere, not just this image, but this theme, this return to 90s nostalgia. And I think the three of us at least, and Nick as well, we're reaching an age where part of us is okay with it, but part of us is very concerned by it. Because as you see, here's a picture of Marty McFly from Back to the Future 2. Great film, almost a 10 out of 10. Love Michael J. Fox. He's looking at this cinema marquee. We get to see Toy Story 4, Men in Black, Godzilla, Aladdin, and Child's Play. All film franchises that had films or multiple films in the 90s. And now Pizza Hut's bringing back their old logo. All these things, X-Men the Animated Series might be coming back. They're making merchandise based off of the cartoon again. We're getting vintage Super Nintendo games re-released, the Star Wars ones. It's kind of an odd time for popular culture. My question to you guys is twofold. It's just a two-part question. Are you happy by this? And do you think the 90s will be the last decade they can milk for nostalgia because the kids of the 2000s had nothing good to look back on? You know what I'm asking?
Yeah, I do. I think I'm gonna answer the second part first. I think that, I do think that the 90s will be the last decade, but not because of the kids of the early thousands. All that shit was bad, but I think it's because that was the last time, probably since until 2018, 2019 with John Wick and things like that. That's the last time that you had something original. The 2000s, and don't get me wrong, the early 2000s had some high spots, but so much of it was regurgitated shit or just a different version of something. And then obviously we get to the 2010s and it's just they just keep re-releasing shit. But it is probably going to be the last, at least for a long damn time, the last decade copy. Now, as far as it being a good thing, I'm definitely happy about it. I mean, it's something that I, was a huge part of growing up. But, objectively looking at it, I would not say that it's a good thing. I think it's kind of, as much as I would love to see the animated series X-Men come back, I'd rather have Marvel actually make good fucking animated shows and stop pussyfooting around and making shit. So it's a catch-22, man. I'm happy about it, but I'm just like, this might not be great in the long run for shit because that's all gonna run out at some point.
Well, it's funny you brought up about Marvel making good shows, because today in the bathroom where I have most of my great ideas, I was looking at an episode of Spider-Man from 1981. So folks, if you're out there and you're like, I don't know the Spider-Man cartoon from 1981, you probably know Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Now, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and this show just titled Spider-Man from 1981 debuted at the same time. So you could have hypothetically, if you were old enough, been watching two separate Spider-Man cartoons at the same time. It's kind of a cool concept. But I was thinking to myself about Marvel and their shows. How come Warner Brothers respects its back catalog and remasters the shows and does all these great things? And Marvel under Disney, who now, to be fair too, Disney has had the home media rights for Marvel stuff for over a decade. I think they got it in 2009, right when the deal went through. So, excuse me, 9 years, 10 months and change, because I think it was August of 2009 when the deal went through. Why can't
we round up on this channel?
Yeah, we do round up. We round up to 10 years. Why can't Marvel do the same thing and respect their shows? I know they're trying. Oh, they're going to save it for Disney Plus. Yeah, but do what DC did. Throw out Batman on the Blu-ray box set, then put it on a streaming service as well. You know, make double your money.
Yeah,
I will buy Blu-ray box sets of all the 90s Marvel shows, even that terrible Fantastic Four, just to support the idea.
Now,
I don't know. Kenda, what was your thoughts on the resurgence of 90s nostalgia?
The same thing I thought when they started bringing back the Ninja Turtles pretty hard like a decade ago. They're just trying to sell it to people like me because it was what I had as a kid, and now I have kids, which I don't think. And they want us to, go out and say, oh, my God, look, and then spend a bunch of money on shit from my childhood.
See, I like that I have options like, okay, we're all roughly the same age and we have disposable income. I do enjoy being able to go and be like, oh, I'm going to get Professor X and do all this stuff. You know, it'd be different if I either one, didn't have the income, or two, there was just nothing out there for me. So I think it's a great marketing strategy, and it does help you remember certain points in your childhood. Like, oh, I got a Megazord.
That was a brilliant marketing strategy.
But I'm worried at the same time because what I want is like, okay, I know we talk about John Wick every fucking week, but John Wick is like one of the few new, relatively speaking, franchises that still puts out stuff that's of a certain level of quality. It's not a remake. It's not a reboot. John Wick came out in 2014, the first one?
Yep.
We're 5 years in and 3 movies in. People want a fourth. It keeps going. The great thing about that franchise or series, however you want to word it, is that it's easily digestible. You watch it, you're done. It doesn't have too much stupid lore. You learn a little bit more about the character in each film, but you never get bogged down by a bunch of crap. Today, everything's shared universes, crossovers, and, we just had Godzilla kind of fail at the U.S. box office. King of the Monsters may look awesome, and I still want to see the film, but, I think everyone was excited for King Kong versus Godzilla, and maybe when you put, your eggs in one basket and you build up this franchise and it doesn't deliver, does it, either kill the excitement for the next one or does it not build franchises? We lived through it with the Dark Universe from Universal, 2 years ago?
Yep.
And I just don't want to watch entertainment collapse. It's like this year the box office is down like 20-something%. Like everything's falling apart right now, and there's really nothing they can do to fix it. What do you think? They could do anything?
I mean, make better shit. I think that it has to be a combination of, and it sounds easy, and I get it. I don't have any expertise in making films or writing scripts, but
I will one day.
I will one day.
Yeah.
Goddammit. But it seems very obvious that you just make good shit. I think at the end of the day, everyone can agree on that. It's still kind of it's undiscovered territory whether a movie's going to do well or not. And so many times you see studios taking shortcuts. I think, you bringing up the Dark Universe is a perfect example of that. They just saw the end result of Marvel and they wanted to take a shortcut and just make a fucking franchise without laying the fucking the groundwork down and building a franchise. They want to start halfway down the goddamn alphabet instead of starting at fucking A, and that's what John Wick did. It started at A. It was an original thought. It was like you said, it wasn't a rehashing of anything, and it fucking came off awesomely. And so many times, it's even still to this day, so many and I think Godzilla was good. King of the Monsters was good. But again, that problem was, you teased Godzilla King Kong at the end of Kong Skull Island, and then you just have, Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's like sometimes don't count your chickens before they hatch. Fucking do what you say you're gonna do, make good stuff, and stop cutting fucking corners. I think that's the biggest thing that studios are still, for some reason, they have a fucking hard time learning. It's just it's weird. Did
Marvel inadvertently ruin the entertainment industry?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. We talked about it before. 2012 was a big year in movies, and Avengers did change the game. And we saw that, which was, I think, it was very fitting that it came out the same year as The Dark Knight Rises, because fucking DC Warner Brothers killed that franchise to yet again cut corners and start halfway down the goddamn alphabet. And I think they did fucking kill it. I don't think they meant to, and even they get caught up in it. They're trying to jump into the next phase of the franchise before fucking Endgame is out, and then you come out and you put out Captain Marvel, which wasn't a great fucking movie, which was a terrible fucking casting choice, which is the whole process of getting that movie out was annoying and poorly done. Even they fell to that shit. So I see that they definitely have a huge hand in fucking up entertainment.
I wouldn't say that they killed it or anything like that. They've raised the bar in many regards with some of the stuff they put out. But the problem is, back to the whole, they're just not, no one's putting out quality content. No one's built, making great. There's more shit stuff than there is actually great stuff. And for whatever reason, studios just aren't rising to the challenge of putting out, consistent hits all the time. It's like they're just trying to either rehash old stuff that works or just, throw something out there hoping that people will somehow like it. Problem is, there's enough dumb people out there that like a lot of the crap.
But not anymore, though. I mean, box office is down.
Oh yeah, that's starting to change for sure.
Yeah. Movies that are costing hundreds of millions of dollars are losing hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think there definitely are dumb people that spend money on dumb shit. I mean, but I think now, it is changing. It's becoming a very hard lesson. I mean, you would think that studios like Disney would have learned this with a wrinkle in Oprah's time and John Carter and shit, but for some reason it's like trying to fucking teach a blind guy not to walk into the fucking brick wall, and he keeps just fucking doing it. It's the
like
weirdest
trying to
goddamn
get
thing.
Dion to stop doing kip ups.
Right, you're just why keep doing it? So it's maybe that's it. Maybe these studios are fucking drunk, man. That's the only thing I can think of.
In his defense, at least he kept trying and didn't give up.
Yeah, he never gave up. He's like John Cena.
Except that's right. Except we can see Dion.
Now, just for the hell of it, I just typed in 2019 films into Google. And hold on, actually, I'll just show the screen because it's relevant. It's kind of alarming how so much of this, we're going to go through these films, only one's original. So look, right here, we got, damn it. I gotta say, I love my, there we go, screen share. So we have Avengers. That is what, Avengers Endgame is what, the 21st film in the MCU?
Yep.
22nd. That's kind of a big number.
Yeah.
The 4th Toy Story, another Lion King. This is what, like the 10th X-Men film? No, it's got to be more. Hold on, let's figure that out. X-Men 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's 3 X-Men, 3 Wolverines. That's 6 films. Then there's the other trilogy. That's 9 films.
Uh-huh.
And then an 11th film, 12, 13. There's 13 of them, right? Because the 2 Deadpools.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's the 13th X film. This is like the 50th Godzilla movie, but that's a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know what Late Night is. So, okay, that's original. Spider-Man, another one. Another Star Wars. Another Hobbs and Shaw. A remake of Child's Play. Frozen, another Marvel movie. Joker looks interesting. I will say that. I'm not going to dump on it. I liked the trailer. I hate to say it. Jordan Peele's Us is like the first really original one that I know what it is. Everything else is like remakes, Charlie's Angels, Terminator, all kinds of shit. Sequels, remakes.
Crazy. That's crazy, dude. That's absolutely crazy. Maybe it's not
the box office and the theater going experience isn't the problem. Maybe it's just the options suck.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a weird time to be alive, man. If someone's not trying to purposefully be I guess topical, then they're going too far in the other fucking direction, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
I just like how you said it's a matter of factly. It's a weird time to be alive.
It
is.
You can only eat the same thing for lunch so many days in a row before you decide you need to order a pizza.
Yeah, it's like Chipotle is good, but not every day.
Right. I had Chipotle the other day for the first time forever, and I don't think they should be allowed to call their burritos because they kind of just look like use diapers. I'm assuming they taste a whole hell of a lot better, but I got mine open up. I'm like, this ain't a burrito. This is a chode.
I only get the bowls, and the girl that works Chipotle always gives me the hookup. So, shout out to my local Chipotle, which I won't say which one you are, but thank you, dark-haired girl.
Chipotle in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah. 80808, Buffalo, man. That's me. Let's see. Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus says, remembering fondly all the times Anakin and I spent time with Padme. I had to deal with Anakin demanding Padme call me master. When we were finished, he'd scream out, now this is pod racing. Good times. I mean, personally, I would scream out wizard, but this is pod racing is close enough.
That's great.
It's so gross too, because I just thought of episode 2 Anakin. Ugh.
Hey, keep it a secret.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, God. Do you miss the days when he was the worst part about Star Wars and that was it?
I do. It's God damn, it has gotten so much worse.
It's weird too. Like, I'm doing research for the final chapter of our Star Wars trilogy bullshit edition, and it's just like so. Actually, I found a really interesting article. I'm not going to tell anybody about it. You just have to watch our videos. But I saw this article with some graphs and charts and all these fun things, and I thought to myself, they really need to be careful. And that scared me to have that thought. Like, Star Wars, the interest seems to be at an all-time low. But I also think that comes from the way culture is with movies. It's like Spider-Man comes out in 4 days or 5 days, and barely anyone's talking about it. Like, I have TV on in the background, not a single Spider-Man trailer has popped up. I don't know what the hype is for this movie.
Yeah, it's weird, man. And again, that's. Even though they changed the game, that's Marvel falling into that hole, man. Like, well, we'll tell him that there's going to be a Spider-Man, even though he's an integral character, even though he's supposed to be dead, even though promoting the movie this early gives away a plot point in an upcoming movie that we have. It's just people are just like, God damn, maybe we don't give a shit about Tom Holland, whatever, dude. Fucking you English bastard, fuck you, Spider-Man. So it's disappointing. It's very strange because outside of even during the finals, they were doing Men in Black commercials. They weren't doing fucking Spider-Man stuff.
That worked out really well.
Yeah, I know, right? Thanks, Tessa Thompson.
There was like one Spider-Man commercial for like every 10 Men in Black commercials during the NBA finals, probably.
And the thing is, for as much as I am not in love with the new era of Spider-Man, I'm kind of okay with the new costume. And like I said in Endgame, the part that got the biggest response emotionally is when Spider-Man popped out of the portal. I'm like, yes, Spider-Man's back. And he took off his mask and I went, eh. But my point is, I do love the character. And me, Jeff, the host of World Class Bullshitters, who has so much Spider-Man stuff, who reads the books all the time, who gets in, no matter how crappy the movies get, I can find something about Spider-Man from the past to enjoy, be it the games or the movies and all that stuff. Even I'm just kind of, as I guess ambivalent towards it. I just don't have too much excitement. Like, I'm going to be out of town. I'm thinking I should rush out and do a review. And then I'm like, do I care? No, right. I really don't. I want to care. That's the thing. I'm almost at a place where I think Spider-Man should have never been invested into the MCU. It should have just been a Spider-Man-less MCU. Would have been a much better thing. I don't think they've ruined the character. I just think they've ruined his world. And like you said, they released the trailer before the Endgame's out, and it ruins that. And it just, good for Marvel for what they've done, but at the same time, they have really, I don't know, man. I don't know how to keep saying it without saying the same thing. I'm just not as excited. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. It's like I said, it's Marvel's just a victim of their own success at this point. And
I like that.
And it's I know that came off the top right off the top of my head, but even Marvel, and it's not just because they're owned by Disney. I even know Disney's a big part of it, obviously, but it's just for some reason, whoever makes these decisions at these movie studios just fucking ignore history, and I think a lot of it too has to do with the fact that they don't have a whole lot of respect for the consumer, for the moviegoer. They don't have a whole lot of respect for the people who go to see movies or and watch television shows. You know, their idea of us is that, oh well, we'll put this out, we'll say this, and we'll shoot this, and they'll just come and see it anyway. You know, they love this thing here, they'll come to see this thing, and you know, and sometimes it works. Obviously, you know, Endgame's about to beat Avatar, but with so many, more often than not, that shit doesn't work, you know. And it's you know, I don't know. I mean, outside of continuing to hurt the bottom line when it comes to box office stuff, you know, they just don't think that the moviegoer is that smart.
Sorry, I had to mute my mic. The police were riding down the street.
No, you're fine. You're good.
I'll bombard the audience with the wails of the CPD. So I have your best interest at heart. No matter how much people think, oh, no, we do. You know, we respect our listeners.
That's right.
We don't challenge your or question your intelligence. No, I get it. I feel the same way. Logan Michael feels a certain way. Can you guess what his super chat says, guys?
Something Pop's about gay. Pop gay.
Exactly, pop gay. Lord Marshall Tiberius, thank you very much, says, Jeff, you're hot. Imagine how Darth Vader's charred phallus feels. Love hearing you guys every Thursday. But we need to hear Dion sing Yoko Ono tonight. Dion, do you want to save that for the end, or you want to give it to Lord Marshall Tiberius now?
Well, we'll give him a quick preview right now, and then we'll finish off the episode with it.
Gotta love those musical interludes.
I know. I love it. I want to. One of our T-shirts is going to be you with a microphone and just a bunch of notes. Ah!
And I'm wearing like the same top hat and like sunglasses that Yoko Ono was wearing.
Sings in Yoko Ono. That's what it says in there.
Confused Yoko screaming.
I can't. You ever heard of that or ever seen that famous John Lennon Yoko Ono photo shoot?
Yeah, the one where they're in the bed and he's naked or whatever.
I almost want to make a parody of that, but I don't want to subject our listeners to, you know, that. We'll just
we'll have to come up with something. Yeah, we'll have to come up with something for that one.
Something better. You're in a full body suit. Green Man. Dr. Coffinail says, bad Bond title. Eat pussy and die.
I mean, apparently
that's not just like a bad Bond title. That's just like a bad way to go out.
Yeah.
It is, dude. I mean, pretty much that's what Daniel Craig's fucking doing anyway.
I'm trying to think logistically, like how you would go out. Like, okay, you remember that part in The Thing where the guy eats off the arms because it opens up with all the teeth?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Oh my God. Talk about a crazy kill scene in a movie.
Ooh, I know where you're going with that shit.
I don't like it.
What you do is it's like a half X-rated film, half normal film. It starts out like, you know, this X-rated porno, and then all of a sudden that scene happens, and then it turns into like the hardest sci-fi you've ever seen. Dude, we need money. We need to film this. We need to make it happen.
Yeah, that'd be something. That's for damn sure.
I would, dude. It's like the ultimate honey dick. You know, people are watching and they're getting in the mood, and all of a sudden it grows teeth and eats a dude's face off.
Damn.
Face off 2.
This time it's personal.
Yeah. People are like, oh man, they're making another face off. Well, oh shit, this is not what I expected.
People are like, I'm intrigued, but we got to have the writing be on point so people are like not upset that they thought they were watching something arousing, and then boom, they're like on the edge of their seat with science fiction. It's the future, folks. Let's make it happen.
That's right.
Liquor Jim says, stealing solo announcement. I'm hyped. Yes, Liquor Jim. There'll be
hyped.
Yes, stay hyped. Now, Liquor Jim, I got your postcards. I read them. Folks, I filmed a good chunk of the P.O. Box stuff for about 4 hours. So everything I had at my house and my car was recorded. I just need to sit down and edit the literal 4 hours of footage. Our friend Reality's Frank sent probably 400 comic books. Mongo Ventura sent all kinds of Godzilla stuff. Salvador sent a box jam-packed, and it had a Millennium Falcon inside. So you have to watch the entire video for the rest of the contents. I threw his Captain Marvel figure out the window. Acid Blade 21 says, Jeff, have you heard that Ridley Scott is going to do another Alien movie, but since Disney owns Fox, it won't be rated R, and for some reason he's okay with it. Not sure if I'm going to go see it.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. He's
been saying that. I mean, whatever, man. At this point, I'll believe Ridley Scott's ass when the fucking movie hits theaters. I'm at this point, he's just another guy that just says shit to get noticed in the news, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a fucking ploy by him. He's literally been saying this for like 5 goddamn years. It's like either do it, pull the trigger, or don't. Ridley, it ain't like the studios don't want you to make it. So stop fucking honey dicking me.
I feel like Alien. It's weird too if you think about it. For all the franchises that Disney acquires through purchasing Fox, how many of those are still viable and exciting?
It's not many. Not many.
Alien. I think Alien has, lost all of its value. Same thing with Predator. They had that stupid burglary one that came out last year, according to Mahler. So that was not a hit.
Nope.
What else does Fox own? I mean, yeah, they got A New Hope back. Good for them. A New Hope's a fantastic movie, one of the best ever. X-Men, it's going to leave it has left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. I can't really think. Die Hard. Die Hard's not really worth anything anymore. It's Disney bought the past. I get it. If they're going to, what was it, like $60 billion they paid?
Yeah, I think it was 70.
Like let's just say it was $70 billion. So basically, are they going to make that money back on the back catalog? Because they're not going to do it. They're not going to make 40 Avatar movies and all make $2 billion. That's just not going to work.
Well, either that or they must really be banking on the Disney streaming and Hulu. I mean, trying to get all that money back in subscriptions and advertising, because I can't think that you buying Fox and making movies from here making that 75 billion back. I can't. Damn sure not with Aliens, and for fuck's sake, definitely not with Fantastic Four or fucking X-Men. I mean, that's going to take billions to get back on track if you decide to do that. So they just got to be banking on the streaming service, man.
We'll talk about that later. We're not going to beat people over the head with our talk of streaming services, because it's like every day we get a new streaming service and stuff like that. I did want to pick your brain about the possibility that J.J. Abrams might direct a DCEU flick.
Yeah, I bet, motherfuckers. Oh,
yeah. What's he gonna remake?
Well, even that. So either he's gonna do a sequel to something, or it's gonna have to be something new. So I mean, with them getting J.J. Abrams, the only thing I can think of, you're not gonna waste J.J. Abrams on some new B-list character. So it's either gonna be Batman or Superman. And if it's Superman, well, Henry Cavill ain't doing that shit no more. If it's Batman, he's makes a little bit more sense. I mean, he's
not Batman, because remember, Matt Reeves signed up for 3
That's right. That's right. So it's got to be Superman. It's got to be Superman, because they're not going to jump. I don't think they're going to skip forward and do a Justice League movie. So he's going to have to do a Superman movie based on what they fucked up already with a brand new Superman. Good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's like I can't. It ain't like he's gonna do a Deathstroke movie or some shit. They're not gonna waste J.J. Abrams on some small ass character.
Green Lantern.
Oh, why'd you say that?
I like the Green Lantern character.
Yeah, that's a good one too, man. Oof.
But I just don't want J.J. Abrams grubby mitts all over the damn thing.
Yeah, fucking green lens flares the entire goddamn time.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a great parody trailer. Green lens flare. If anyone else says that, they stole it from Dion on World Class Bullshitters.
Damn right. Yeah. Pay me my royalties, bitch.
Yeah. 88 cents every time somebody says it.
Mm-hmm.
Obi-Wan 27883 has an awesome super chat that I'd like to talk about. I saw Spider-Man 3 in IMAX at a sold-out theater. Got there late for taking bad advice and then had to sit in the front row. First viewing saw about 10% of the movie. The movie was better that way.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, so Obi-Wan 27883 in 2007, I also saw Spider-Man 3 in an IMAX theater. So I went to this private high school where 1 or 2 days of the year, you had to be in school, but you could do whatever you wanted. So you could bring in game consoles, you could just walk the halls, you could eat all day. You didn't have to wear a uniform. Well, we had a dress code, we didn't have a uniform, but you could basically do whatever, but you had to be at school and you had to follow the rules to some degree. You couldn't, break shit or yell at teachers. But what I would do is I would host video game tournaments. I'd find a teacher to let me use the room. And the first year, Dion, you would have loved it. We had a SmackDown versus Raw 2006 tournament.
Oh, fuck yeah. Ooh.
I won, but it was kind of bullshit because we needed an extra person in the tournament to flesh out the numbers.
Right.
So I played twice, and I got to myself in the end.
Oh, of course.
It was The Rock and Shawn Michaels, so whatever. But my point is, the second year was, my final year of high school, graduation year, 2007, and I left that thing early to go see Spider-Man 3. And I was so excited. I know you people were thinking, looking back on nostalgia, it's this, it's that. You got to understand something. If you're like a Logan Michael who might be younger than I am, or if you're somebody who's older and you weren't really invested in the Spider-Man trilogy as heavily as I was 13 when the first one came out and 18 when that one came out. And from that time, Spider-Man was the biggest hero. The Dark Knight had not been out yet. It was a much different climate in terms of superhero flicks. And you're coming off Spider-Man 2, which was awesome. And, to this day, people still say it's one of the best. And you're so excited and you're so hyped. You're thinking about it constantly. And I read the novelization of Spider-Man 3. I remember going the first day they had action figures drop at Toys R Us. I picked them up. They were these crappy Hasbro ones. They were like maybe a 5-inch scale, and they had terrible articulation, and they looked bad. But you know what? I didn't care. There was a new Spider-Man movie on the horizon. I bought the game right away, everything. Actually, I bought the game the night the movie came out. The game was pretty fun. But my point is, it took me about 4 months to realize the movie was crap. And now I can't even watch it. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say how excited I was for it, but it is the truth. 2007, nothing else mattered as much to me as Spider-Man 3 did. So Obi-Wan 27883, I'll see your one bad screening of the film and raise you, hey, I went and saw it 4 times in IMAX.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry. And I got it on DVD. Dion, our freshman year of college, I rode the Cata up to Target at Meridian Mall to get Spider-Man 3 on DVD.
Fuck, dude.
I had to have it. It took a while, man, to realize it was garbage.
Damn. You must have been somewhat defending it, and then that wave of realization hits you, and you're just like, damn, this is like
Christmas
emo.
07. When I was coming back from Christmas break, I was like, this isn't as good as I remember. And then, it got worse with Andrew Garfield, but we'll talk about that later.
Right. Damn right it did. Fucking
Swinging Cod says, I'm going to be sending you guys 4 copies of the next movie. I would like a commentary onto the P.O. box. You're welcome ahead of time. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what this is going to be, and I'm not happy about it.
Well, I will tell you this, Swinging Cod. I'm going to see the guys in September at Indianapolis Horror Hound, September 6th through the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
That is when the guys will receive said copies of films from the P.O. box, and that's when you'll get your commentary. So if you're going to send them like really soon, you might want to request something beforehand, because at the level you're at, you can request 1 a month, so it's not really a problem. But if you want to wait 3 months to let the anticipation build, that is up to you, man. Just letting you know when I'll see the guys next.
Well, when you get them, you can always do the reveal to us live, so you can get our genuine reactions at how we'll feel about watching said movie.
I have a feeling it's going to be like, it was me, Austin. Oh, son of a bitch. It's Mother again. Oh, son of a bitch.
Well, luckily we don't do repeats.
Yes, that's true. That's the one rule we have for our patrons. We don't do repeats of films. It's like, it'd be funny if some guy joined at the highest level. He's like, I want you to watch Star Wars tonight. Okay. I want you to watch Star Wars next month. I think Star Wars would be the only film I'd make an exception for.
Probably. Yeah.
It's like, you want me to watch A New Hope again? You're paying? Fine. I will watch it every day if that's really what you want. Grand Inquisitor says, Jeff, did you ever get my email about Streamlabs? Kendo, did you see the email from the Grand Inquisitor about Streamlabs?
If he sent it in the last few days, no, because I haven't checked the email since probably Saturday. Been really busy, but I'm got all day tomorrow, so I will check all the emails tomorrow.
All right, so you do that, and if there's any ones that, well, first off, make sure you send me Grand Inquisitors, but if there's any ones about, like, from our friend Stephen Walton about the book or anything that needs to, just forward it to me, and I'll take care of it that way. But no, Grand Inquisitor, we're going to read your email, and we're going to evolve the show in a good way. A lot of times people get into something they enjoy, like this show or the videos, and you go, I like it. I don't ever want it to change. But then you make a slight change, and you like it even more. So, for example, I've received nothing but positivity on the new format of our videos with the little icon of me in the corner. People are like, I really like your new format. I mean, people have gone out of their way to tell me on Twitter and the video comments section, and the view count hasn't suffered. X-Men video from the other week has like 215,000 views, so it's not it's not hurting. So when it comes to talking about changing the show, we're never going to change the lineup. We need we got the perfect chemistry, but we will do small additions to make it more fun. Down the road, I really want to get a call-in section implemented. Don't you guys?
Oh, that'd be fun as hell. That'd be fun as hell.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people would call in and be like, Dion, horse, nay.
I know those assholes would.
Only $8.99 a minute.
Oh, only 1,900 bullshit.
Yep.
Would that fit? No.
No, we need 7. So it'd be if we took the I out and it was BUL. No, that'd it'd be BULLSHT. That would fit.
Yeah, 1,900 volt. Dude, we should. I wonder how much that would cost me to get a 1,900 number.
I don't know.
It'll play the video from YouTube for each week. Hello, welcome to World Class Bullshit. Oh, I could get the British girl Lauren to record us a message to our fans if you dial the 1-900 number.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
Oh, she's awesome. Salvador says, I mentioned it on Facebook. When we were young, we wanted to be like our heroes. Now SJWs want those same heroes to be like them instead. Now, Salvador's talking about comic book characters and, like, the big heroes, and I agree with that. We all wanted to be Batman when we were little kids, or Spider-Man, or Riggs and Murtaugh. We looked up to these characters. They had something that we wanted to have. And now they're all kind of just ineffectual wusses. All the characters, both male and female.
Yep.
Even people go, oh, we need more female this and that. It's like, these new writers actually hurt the cause of better female characters because they write them with like this weird slant about, against the world. Go back and read an old Marv Wolfman written book. Some of the George Perez Wonder Woman stuff. You're going to get a lot better quality out of those books than you're going to get something new because it was written by a person that has the same ethnic background as Wonder Woman. It's like, okay, I get it. You're made of clay on a beach. Great. Let me tell you about how great your story is. It's not. What do you guys think about Salvador's point? It goes a lot deeper than just going, yeah, I agree.
No, it definitely does, and and I think that's definitely part of it in terms of them wanting to harp on something. But another thing too is when you default to, oh well, we have this benchmark we have to reach that we want to impose on shit, that takes away actual artistic freedom and it takes away ingenuity. So people bitching about we need to have more female representation and more fucking Asian representation. Listen, I'm all for that 100%. You want to have a more diverse roster, that's great, but you do it organically. You don't start with a character or start with a storyline and say, I want, this is gonna be a woman and she's going to fucking, I don't know, she's gonna come out and we're starting there. That's what I'm gonna do. You forget about the elements of making a fucking character. You forget about you're not just drawing a stick figure on a piece of fucking paper and then with an arrow to it saying this is a good person. You have to fucking have elements of the character that makes the person reading it want to fucking read it. And that's the big fucking thing that so many of these people who want to claim that they're progressive, who want to claim that they're being, socially conscious, fucking forget about. You want that thing to change. The underlining fact is you're not going to fucking buy it. Everyone that wanted a Iron Man, everyone that wanted, we want another Iron Man to be a woman and a woman of color. Okay, are you gonna fucking buy it? That it's as fucking honest and as true as that, and they fucking didn't. Everyone that talked about, oh my god, like we should change Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel should do this, da 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 da. They didn't fucking buy into the Captain Marvel fucking comic books. Everyone that's getting up in arms about, well, we're gonna have a full female Avengers movie, and you have that really fucking cringy scene. Even though in terms of the battle, I was like, it's cool, but it's so cringy when it's all the women of the Avengers standing next to each other in the middle of a fight. Okay, so
and
you're
Mantis.
in Mantis. You're gonna make a movie.
What's she gonna do?
Exactly. You're gonna. What is she gonna do? And even so, it's like, okay, so you're gonna make a movie with all them in it. That's great. What the fuck is gonna happen where it has to be only the women to fucking save the day. What there isn't a position where it was just all the men that saved the goddamn day. So you would have to come up with a story to fucking explain why only the women save the day. And even if you do that, how the fuck is it going to make sense to where it's like, okay, this clearly isn't someone making a movie for some other bullshit outside of it just having all women in it. And all these people forget about that. That it has to make sense. When it doesn't make sense, what happens? You get fucking A Wrinkle in Time. Boom.
I love how that is your punching bag of a movie.
I love it, man. I love how bad it is. Every time someone, and again, we've said this multiple times, we're all for original characters. If it's a woman, it's a woman. If it's a person of color, it's a person of color. If the character happens to be gay, that's fucking great. Whatever, man. That's cool. It's the future, baby. Welcome to the future. But if you are writing a character, well, he has to be gay and then he fights homophobes. That's block one. You forget about why are these people homophobes? Why are they fighting him? What's his background story? What does him being gay have to do with him being a superhero? Why is that an important part of it? You have to fucking come up with all. That's why Wrinkle in Time is such a great fucking disaster, because you start somewhere halfway in the fucking alphabet, bitch. You got to start at A. That's the rules of making shit that's successful, and it happens every time without fail. And yeah, CWD Trixie event, the fucking Ocean's 8 thing is another perfect fucking example. Oh, they're thieves and they're all women, and they're all working together, and then they forgot to write a movie about it, and it fucking sucked, and no one went to go see it.
No, where we are today.
So his point, you're right, it hits on multiple goddamn points that are all of them are right. It's like, hey, make a fucking good character, and then I'll pay money and I'll come and see him. Otherwise, fuck off.
Yeah. With so much competition for my time, not just movies but other things to do, I don't have time for garbage. Like if somebody were to try to lump us into whatever category, it's like, I loved Black Widow. That was one of my favorite Avengers characters. She was complex. She was interesting. I'll see her movie. I'm kind of confused how, because of what happened to her at Endgame, but I'm mildly interested. I don't get why. It's funny. If the sexuality of your character is the most interesting thing, you don't have a good character.
Exactly.
And if you're a person and that your sexuality is your most interesting trait, take a hobby up, something. People have all kinds of different things. Like, what is that shitty Shrek line? Ogres are like onions; they have layers or whatever.
Yeah.
So, people have layers.
They make you cry.
Yeah, they stink. But people have different layers to their personalities, their characteristics. I like a complex character that's not necessarily a good person. That's one of my favorite things about James Bond. He could be looked at as the villain of the story at times. Mm-hmm. What's he doing? Well, whatever lens we look through the character at, he's the hero in this story. In reality, he's an assassin for the government. Well, what if I don't agree with that government's politics? Well, then James Bond's going to kill somebody that I care about. He's the bad guy. I love the morally gray areas. I also do love the black versus white Star Wars classic, heroic tales, especially with in superheroes. I like when Captain America, stands for what he believes in and that kind of shit. And Iron Man stands for what he believes in. And yes, there are, shades of gray that they need to worry about. But, you got to have complex characters. I can list you 10 things about Iron Man. I don't even have to say that he sleeps with, a ton of women. We could talk about traumatic, event in the cave. We could talk about his childhood, his relationship with his father. We can talk about his guilt complex, his God complex. There's all these things. These new characters, you can't the thing is the SJW people in the comics or whatever you want to call them, they take pre-existing ones. So then when you try to make the argument about their versions, well, they just pick up stuff. They talk about, well, this person's this and they did that. It's like, yeah, 50 years ago before you were born. What does your version do? What do your characters, how do they, interact in the world? What world have you built for them? And the answer is nothing of value. I went to my comic book store yesterday to try to kill a few minutes before I came home for dinner. Mm-hmm. I bought one thing. It was so weird. I bought a Superman book. I couldn't pick up a Marvel book or most of the DC stuff. They have ruined our entertainment at the comic book store. And I don't want to penalize my comic book store, dude. Me. You and I have gone to comic book stores. We always try to spend at least $20 or $30 because they're all independently owned. We want to throw these guys a couple bones to try to keep the lights on. I struggled to buy anything. Like that Superman book was just a pity buy at that point.
Yeah. And and the other side of that too is, is when they want to push some narrative, right? They never pick a new character. They never pick a lesser known character. They never create a new character. And in doing that, they themselves are admitting it's fucking hard making new characters because of all that things that you just mentioned. Building a world. What are they doing? What world have you built for them? It's fucking hard. It's a lot easier to try and change the sex of an existing character and then just throw someone else in there, give them a new name, and then expect everyone to fucking buy it. That's fucking it's dumb. But it's a lot easier than saying, okay, we want to make a new character. What are the personality traits? What's complex about them? That fucking shit is hard to do. And they can, people like that, especially, supposed fans who, come to my comic book store or who, we see in the movie theater and, oh, well, it's important that they do this, and this, and this, and this. Okay. What's the movie going to be about then? If you just want someone that's black and can fly, why are you going to watch the movie then? If you've already
Will Smith in it,
yeah. Well, even then, that motherfucker's been making some shitty ass movies too, and being Will Smith ain't a ticket to the big ball anymore. You have to have complex shit. It has to be good. It has to be interesting. You have to convince me to give my fucking money. And if you're gonna fucking give me a character that has to be a certain way, and if I don't like it, that makes me a piece of shit, I'm not gonna go fucking see it. That's an easy goddamn decision. But yeah.
Hold on, I'm getting prepared for one of our future super chats because oh my god, this is beyond stupid. So this one isn't the stupid one. It goes, this is from Obi-Wan 2783. He goes, Dion, how dare you lump John Carter in with A Wrinkle in Time? John Carter failed because it was sabotage from production. A Wrinkle in Time just sucked.
Okay, first off, did you watch John Carter?
I thought you were the one that liked the movie.
The 2012 John Carter?
Yeah, I thought somebody on our channel likes it. Maybe it's Nick.
It might have been Nick, but I know I was disappointed as shit and I didn't read the books, but I remember being excited. And then the movie came out and I realized that I'm a piece of shit for thinking that was going to be a good movie. Rewatch it. That is not just the studios being sabotaged. That was a terrible idea. Watch the first trailer that came out and tell me that it got said. That shit was not good. And it's Taylor Kitsch. God damn it. Stop casting that motherfucker.
They did stop casting him. When was he last in something?
Oh, Waco.
Oh, okay. Well, wasn't that on TV?
Yeah. That's Paramount, I think.
It was David Koresh, so you're definitely not going to root for him.
Well, David Koresh, the goddamn John Carter franchise.
Damn.
Well, I can tell. Look, at the folks in the Fandom Menace are very passionate about the John Carter flick. I don't really remember much outside of my fire alarm was pulled in the theater, so that's my memory of the film. Sorry, I can't sit and tell you what I didn't like. I'll tell you this: I loved Tron Legacy. I wanted more of that, but I'm never gonna get it. I guess Tron Legacy is my John Carter for Obi-Wan 27883.
Yeah, that's a little rose colored because that was a letdown. God, I remember being so excited for Tron Legacy. God damn it!
You couldn't go though. I remember that because Jake and I went without you.
Yep. And then but you guys did end up going with me afterwards. So I think you had saw it twice in like 2 days. But yeah, I want that movie to be so much better. Fuck.
Okay, real quick. I have the TV on in the background. It's this stupid game show, right?
Yeah.
It's called The Wheel. This woman spun the wheel all 15 times, didn't take any of the offers, and won $1.4 million.
Get the fuck out of here.
But then her stupid kid took the first offer and she's walking away with 39 grand. I'm sorry to cut into that, but this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I would punch my kid in the face, and this kid's a grown adult too. So her daughter's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, lady, you won $1.4 million and your stupid kid. What a dumb bitch. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. $39,279 is not $1.4 million. Dion, I would kick the shit out of you if you cost me that much money. I'm just angry by osmosis.
I don't blame you. I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, please kick my ass for. I don't know what I was to kick my ass, please.
You're still 40 grand. That ain't 1.4 million. That's life-changing money. What's 40 grand? I'm gonna pay my taxes. Yay. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about that. I'll get back to what we're talking about. C Dunce 303 says, "Welcome to Chipotle, home of the Chodes." I would love to make us home of the Chode shirts, but nobody would buy them. So,
Chode burrito.
Burrichode?
Burrichode.
That's the name.
Chodoritos.
Chodoritos. That sounds like a chip.
We'll have two. We'll have the burrichodes where you can get your chode burrito, and then we'll have the chodoritos, which are chode flavored chips.
Would you?
Jesus.
Burrichode sounds like a really bad. We're like a punk rock mariachi band. How's that?
But also, I feel like that one's a little bit more marketable.
Burrichodes.
That's the official name of our band, the Burrichodes.
So it's gonna say "Party Boob" is the name of the album. Artist Burrichodes.
Yeah. A world-class bullshitters production.
Oh my god. Dregs, thank you very much, man. By the way, Dregs, shout out to you for all the stuff you've been posting on our Facebook group, dude. You've been busy today, but you've been posting quality content, so thank you. Hollywood is becoming like the video game world, releasing half-ass movies thinking people will accept it, but get mad when we are pissed off. I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
You've heard about how they're censoring the violence in the new Star Wars game, right?
No, but that sounds stupid.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have dismemberment with a lightsaber. That's kind of like what a lightsaber does.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of. I mean, there's dismemberment within the first 30 minutes of the first Star Wars movie where that guy gets his arm chopped off.
Yeah, in the bar.
Yeah. So I mean, without dismemberment, Luke Skywalker, doesn't become, a Jedi.
Yeah, because I will say one of the most powerful scenes in Return of the Jedi is when he looks at Vader's severed, not his disembodied charred fowls, but his severed mechanical hand.
Yeah.
And
Luke looks at his and he's like, yeah, he's like, shit, that's what I could turn into. And then he embraces the love.
Movies used to be better. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of dismemberments. Maybe we should do an official dismemberment counter for the Star Wars saga.
I think it would only be in like the high single digits, to be honest with you.
I'm sure the people could give us a concise list because I'm trying to think.
Hold on.
In my head, I'm thinking right now.
It'd be at least in the high tens, at least.
Yeah, I would say we got at least a baker's dozen worth of dismemberments in the Star Wars saga.
You really think so? Because look, we got 1 in A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 in Empire Strikes Back. The Wampa and Luke Skywalker.
Yes, there's 3.
We have 1 in Return of the Jedi. That's
so we're up to 4.
Yeah. We had. Do we count dismemberment when we get cut in half by Darth Maul?
Yes. Yeah, that's being dismembered.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. It's okay. So Darth Maul.
Yes, we're at 5.
So we're not counting droid dismemberments either, right?
Yeah, they're robots. It's a little.
Yeah, they don't count. They're not real people.
Now here's where the count gets all fucky because all those Geonosian creatures that Anakin just chops up in that cave on the way to the droid factory.
Right.
Dude, that's where the number's going to get really high. I'm just thinking original trilogy. We did 4 in the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, episode 2 probably has the most because remember Obi-Wan cuts that creature's leg off.
Yeah.
Yep, and then obviously Jango Fett.
Yeah, and then Count Dooku's hands and Anakin's arm.
Yeah, he gets doesn't Anakin? Yeah, Anakin gets one, and then Dooku gets his head chopped off in the 3rd movie.
And then Anakin loses his wiener.
Yeah, Anakin loses his wiener because he gets his legs. He gets a triple score for his dismemberment in the 3rd one. And Samuel L. Jackson gets a dismemberment. He gets his hand cut off.
Yep. True. Yep. Before he's thrown out of a fucking window.
See, so we're easily, even if we just count like
Grievous gets 2 of his hands cut off by Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And he gets shot through the heart.
Yep. So uncivilized.
But yeah, so even if we just count like the peoples, then we're at least up to 12.
And then there's the 2 clone troopers that try to kill Yoda. He cuts their fucking heads off.
Yeah.
Dude, the gnarliest kill is when he throws the lightsaber in the one guy's chest and then jumps up and pulls it out.
Yes, that was fucking crazy. Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool.
Jango Fett gets his head cut off. There might be some dismemberment in Return of the Jedi when Luke's going hard on that fucking barge before they get thrown into the pit.
I don't think
nobody loses a body part in that one.
Yeah, he cuts a gun in half, but then he fucking
pointed at the deck.
Baseball smacks a dude in the face with a lightsaber.
Yeah,
but his head doesn't come off.
No, he just he singes his eyebrows really badly.
And then and then in the shit cool trilogy, what's his name? The Lord Emperor Snoke, the greatest bad guy of all time. You know, he gets cut in half.
Now our heroes can't come up against any adversity.
Nope, so that's right.
That's exciting. Not
good times, great oldies.
Yep.
Do you 105?
All the hits.
Let's see. 007 Cloud says there were 4 of you for Spidey Month. That's when I subscribed.
Aw.
Damn, Kendo, you've been around for 2 years.
Yes, my anniversary date is coming up in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
Well, we're gonna celebrate. Seriously.
Woo! I'll get the exact date because it won't obviously be the exact date, but we'll just go ahead and parallel it to the closest.
Yeah. Well, I will say this now, and I'll say it again. Since you've joined the show, it's gotten a lot better.
I agree.
Dregs also says Disney has ruined Star Wars and Marvel is getting there. However, Pixar is Disney's biggest whipping boy, going by their trend of movies. See you in Indy. All right. Well, first off, I'm excited to meet you because we see all this. I see all the stuff you post in the Facebook group.
Yes.
I also saw your question you asked about Pixar films. I don't really cover them because I've never really, outside of Toy Story, I've never really loved. Well, I take it back. I like the first Incredibles. I'm not really the biggest Pixar guy. So I've never seen Cars or Incredibles 2 or Brave's not a Pixar film, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Never. Oh, wait, no, Brave's DreamWorks, I think.
Oh. No, it's Disney. But I didn't know if it was Pixar or just a Disney animated film, kind of like that Airplane movie.
Oh, then Oh, you're right. It's Pixar. If it's Disney for sure.
I look it. That's why I don't cover it. Like that's why we don't really cover. We didn't do the Game of Thrones thing. We didn't cover that really here on this channel because, I know my Star Wars. I know Spider-Man better than almost anybody you'll meet. But Pixar stuff is Pixar stuff. I've always, Dion, you were the same way. Kendo, yep. Maybe you were. I didn't know you as a kid, but we always kind of thought of ourselves like, yeah, we're kids, but we like what the grown-ups like.
Yeah.
We sat and we watched Lethal Weapons and Die Hards and. All kinds of shit when we were young, trying to get into that stuff. That was kind of like the hallmark of our era. Like if you go in the 80s and 90s, you weren't trying to like hold on to this. I'm going to watch Disney films forever. It was like the dudes were off watching other shit.
Yeah. As a kindergartner, I had PM kindergarten class, which started at noon. So in the morning, several times I watched Platoon before school. Yeah. So 5 and 6-year-old me was watching Platoon and Full Metal Jacket and stuff like that. So would you say it's probably the reason why I'm effed in the head? No, there's a lot of other reasons, but I'm sure it didn't help.
Thanks, neighborhood noise. Sorry. TLJ Screwjob says Toby cameo as Uncle Ben in Far From Home. How would you guys feel about that?
I would not like that.
I don't think so either because Tobey Maguire is, what, late 30s, right?
I would say 42.
How old? Okay, Google. How old is Tobey Maguire?
Come on, 42.
Tobey Maguire is 44 years old.
Damn.
He's turning 44 today.
Hey, it's his birthday.
Hey. Oh, Toby, happy birthday, brother.
And I've got Spider-Man on right now, so it works.
You got Spider-Man on?
Yeah, it's the part where he just got to the museum and stuff, and the teacher told Flash to stop being a dickhead.
So, I think he's still too young for Marissa Tomei. Marissa Tomei is really fine.
Oh,
but I don't like the idea of like she married a younger dude and then he died and all this other crap. I get it. You can't have Ant-Man Uncle Ben be 70 years old, but at the same time, the relationship they kind of had, like that was one of the best parts in the first original trilogy of Spider-Man films. Even in part 3, when Uncle Ben wasn't around, Aunt May had that whole speech about how they swam up to the beach. Was it the island and he gave her the ring and all this shit. Like, they built stuff, and because they had such a long relationship, you felt like they had all these years of bliss. The way Aunt May is now, young and hot and stuff like that. Well, younger and really hot.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, Roll Tide all the way every day. But they took away the character development, which I get for the joke. People like it, but when you try to sit and rewatch those films and feel something, there's really not a lot of feeling in these new Spider-Man flicks. So, TLJ Screwjob, I love Tobey Maguire. I'd love to see a Spider-Man 4 comic book or a Spider-Man video game voiced by Tobey Maguire, or just some alternate reality thing would be fun for nostalgia. But I hope he's not Uncle Ben. I hope not. Maybe Joe Pesci should be Uncle Ben. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
McKinney90, thank you very much. Did you guys see Clownfish's TV video on that Nerdist article ranking which Star Wars film is the sexiest? I'm going to go with
no.
We did not see that. But, guys, I pulled up the article. This is the super chat I was talking about.
All right.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm not going to read all of it because it is super long. You ready?
Yeah.
Should I get real close like this?
Easy.
Yes. Do that, Jeff. Because
okay.
when we're talking about sexiness, we got to get like this.
Okay, so here we go. The Last Jedi is the horniest Star Wars movie, actually.
How in the hell is that even possible?
I have no clue, to be honest. The movie is dog shit.
Yeah,
I've never once thought about sex while watching a Star Wars film. Well, at least this Star Wars film. And they're talking about the Rey and Kylo Ren hand holding. Like they consider that sexy.
If anything, that should promote abstinence, because there was like a negative on the libido meter during that movie, especially that part.
Well, do you remember Tropic Thunder?
I do.
Yeah,
vividly.
Do you remember the fake trailers?
Yes.
Yes.
Satan's Alley.
Exactly what I was getting at. Does it not remind you of the MTV Movie Award winner for Best Kiss, Tobey Maguire, and Kirk Lazarus, who was a 5-time Oscar winner's hand-holding moment in Satan's Alley? Like, that was breathtaking. This was bullshit.
Yes. I mean, if
without cracking.
If you get horned up and, you know, sex nuts and retards wrong over the idea of Rey and Kylo touching each other through space Skype, then, dude, come on, man. There's way better stuff out there for you to go watch.
Like, first off, they're both really just unappealing people. They look sweaty and dirty the whole time. They both look like they stink a lot. And, like, how is this considered, you know, where's the regal nature of Star Wars? I'm not saying, you know, you need all the female characters to be princesses, but, like, when Padme had that, like, weird outfit on Naboo, okay, I could see, you know, they're gonna get it on. But, like, Rey is probably a space virgin on a desert planet, and Kylo Ren is some greasy dude without a shirt and his pants up to his belly button.
Yep.
It's not a sexy scene. Like, it's like a dog to scrub for the customer, Dion. It's just not sexy.
Well, and then they're complaining the whole goddamn movie. You know, fucking Rey is on the verge of crying the whole time. Ben Solo is bitching a fit the whole time, and it's just like none of that is attractive. At some point, it's just like, stop fucking crying all the time. But
I just don't see the parallel between sexy and The Last Jedi.
They want it to be so bad. I mean, they probably got a real rock hard on when Luke squeezed the udders for green milk.
You know, if you would have used that as your opener Nerdist article, you would have had me on your side. But
that was actually a sexier moment.
It had nip.
Yeah, you got to see some nips.
Is that the first nip in a Star Wars film? No.
The green, this Twi'lek.
Yeah, I was going to say Ula from Return of the Jedi. That's the first.
That was accidental nip.
And George Lucas never edited it out. You know, he edited out the gunshots. He edited out all kinds of other things, but the nipple stayed. George Lucas, space fist.
You're real MVP.
Yeah.
You're real MVP, Doug.
I'm sorry. I just had. Never mind. I'm not going to say that on air. Let's see. 007 Cloud says, watching Us cemented how shit Jordan Peele is to me. Now, Nick's the one that saw the movie 007 Cloud. He could tell you what he thought of it. I boycott Jordan Peele films. Now, with the exception of Keanu, which I love that movie. I really love Keanu.
Fun.
And I loved Key and Peele, the TV show. I think he's probably fun, but he's one of those people that bought into his own hype. And Jordan, brother, please stop.
Exactly.
Gimp Reaper says, need a proper remake of Starship Troopers, maybe done by Milius. Dion, you're the Starship Troopers guy. How does that comment make you feel?
It makes me excited. If anything, I'd rather have Milius wouldn't be bad. For some reason I had the Ari, not the dude that did Dirty Laundry and Judge Dredd, the Dredd movie. For some reason, I'd love for him to do Starship Troopers. But no, fuck yeah, man. Hook me up with some Starship Troopers remake goodness, baby. I don't want to live forever.
I want to know more, Dion.
My man.
I will say you have turned me around on my stance with Starship Troopers and RoboCop. And I always thought Starship Trooper was a fine movie, but you kind of got me to love it again.
I know, man. It's such a great movie. It's such
confession.
A great movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh, no, we're watching for the channel.
You should watch it. Isn't like August something its release date?
Yep.
We can do a 22-year anniversary. Starship Troopers. We got to do a Neil Patrick Harris double feature. Starship Troopers and
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Yeah, that movie's awesome. That movie is just straight. That's 15 years old this year, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
Are we going to break our no comedy rule for Harold and Kumar?
Yeah, because there's moments where it's just not side-splitting, laugh out loud lolness.
It's like a bonsai tree.
Yeah.
I love those movies so much. Is that the strongest comedy trilogy ever?
Probably, because I can't think of anything on the top of my head that would have that beat.
Well, The Hangover sucked. The first one was great, and the second was terrible. The third one got better, but still wasn't that great.
Right.
Yep. Nope.
There's not a third Fletch movie.
Nope.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 is terrible.
Yeah, that's garbage. Lethal Weapon's not a comedy. It's just a funny action film.
Yeah.
Realistically, I can't think of no, there's no better comedy trilogy. Oh, there you go. Shit.
Yeah.
We got to the bottom of that really quickly.
Discoveries made every day on World Class Bullshitters.
I know. More discoveries you can shake a sausage at. So
that's right.
Jason Green says, "Hail guys, mild heat stroke, but wouldn't miss this live stream. Thank you, Jason. The drinks I sent are in the same box with Dion's vinyls. Boobs of the party type.
Nice. Ooh.
We're gonna have those drinks together.
Yeah,
we're gonna have those and Cesario Japan's Japanese snacks.
It only seems fair and right.
I have an actual sack full of snacks. By the way, our friend Gary from Nerdrotic, shout out to Gary. He's listening to the show right now, and he says, "I love John Carter and the Losers and you." Gary, we love you right back, man. You're a hell of a guy.
We love you. The first two on that list makes me judge you.
He also says Vacation in terms of comedy trilogies.
I mean, technically, it's.
Yeah, I guess he's right.
Though. I guess. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're just counting the first three, then yeah. I mean, that's definitely.
Yeah, because it's Vacation, European, and Christmas Vacation. Hell, I like Vegas Vacation, so yeah.
So do I.
Vacation wins.
All right, we'll give it to him.
4 solid ones. Shit.
Yeah.
Gary, next time you're listening, just tell me you want the link, and I'll have you on the show, man. You're always welcome on World Class Bullshitters. That's one thing that's cool about Gary. He's been listening since before the Star Wars content, so he goes way back. The Grand Inquisitor says Xenia Onatop would just snap your neck while you're down there. Meh, there are worse ways to go. Like being kicked by a horse, for example. Hi, Dion.
Thanks, buddy.
Did that bother you in John Wick 3?
Yes, it bothered me, dude. I was like, God damn it. I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. The horse is gonna fucking kill someone. And sure enough. Sure fucking enough. And then the sound effect that they did, I was like, God damn, dude. This reinforces all of my concerns.
Dark Saber Force has an interesting comment. He says, I believe Comcast tricked Disney into overspending on Fox, and they'll get the last laugh in terms of the agreement. That would be hilarious. What'd you say, Kendo?
It's a time will tell.
I would love if that was like the secret plan. I mean, we don't have Comcast in my area, but their customer service is notoriously terrible. So I'm not going to say, yay, go Comcast. But I do like the idea of somebody screwing Disney by making them overspend. Makes me laugh. Makes my heart flutter with positivity.
I would not be surprised one bit if that's what happened. And if it did, that's fucking hilarious.
Alpha Terranima says, name a Fox property and the worst way Disney would force it back to life. Mine would be them Cal-artsing all the old Fox Kids cartoon shows. I almost cried when you posted that, Alpha Terranima, because I shit you not. when I'm working on the comic, I have X-Men the animated series on, and I think back to how great that show was and still is to this day. And if I saw the Jim Lee designs, Cal Arts up, I would weep like the Indian on the side of the road in that littering commercial. He wasn't that What do you think is a way that Disney could ruin a Fox property, guys?
Ruin a Fox property?
Easy. Remake Die Hard as a PG.
Die Hard with a woman lead, like Joanna McClain or something.
Die Hard with a lisp.
Well, the thing is, like, I was cool with Lucy McClain being in the movies with her dad, but I don't want to watch a Lucy McClain film. She's not that interesting. She goes off to college. Like, yay, she's every white girl in the 2000s. It's like, yay, I hate my dad, this, that, and the other. Okay.
No.
Oh, my God.
A wild Samoan appears.
He's real, people. He's fucking real.
Alpha and Sika. Nick, what's up?
How's it going?
Hey.
Oh, my gosh.
He's on location. Nick, did you find the lost city of Atlantis or anything while you're out there?
Yes, I did. And the Atlanteans have huge tits, and they need three other men to repopulate the world with Atlanteans.
I'm buying my ticket right now.
I already bought mine.
Yeah, we're on our way. Sorry, folks. The show's over. We're in the
See ya. It's been a great run, folks. We'll catch you in a couple of
years.
Honey
dropped D2 off at school. I'll be back.
Just make sure you write him a letter that says, I love you, son. And if you don't see me for a couple of years, I'm off with the big titties. That's all.
Trust me, I'm in a better place.
We're going to Titty City.
Yeah, they keep saying they want to perform snoo. I don't know what that is. I hope it's a sex act.
Snoo. We gonna find out. Hopefully it ain't no snip.
Yeah, I don't want to come back from that one if it is.
Yeah.
Just let me drown. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm driving back and I thought I'm gonna try the phone app and see if it works. And it worked all of a sudden, so that's good to know.
Hooray.
I need to use that for a call I gotta make tomorrow, so I might ask you for some advice. Would you just download it?
Yeah, I just downloaded the app and I clicked the link and I went through some stuff and you have to make sure like the settings, like the microphone's allowed to be used by it, and then it just goes through. That's it.
I got the app on my phone. Boom. I'm prepared for tomorrow.
That's all it is. But yeah, so, I thought I'd pop in for a second and be like, hey, I wonder if I can actually do this, and it worked. So
you could keep your streak alive.
Hooray!
Yeah. Fuck you, Kendo.
You realize you're like super way far behind me, right?
No, I'm nowhere. I'm not far behind you at all.
I'll do the math on it.
Do you still keep that list?
I sure do. I haven't updated in like 10 weeks, but I can. I'm gonna work on that tomorrow because I actually my last streak beat my previous streak. So,
is it safe to say I still hold the #1 spot?
Well, obviously.
179 episodes and running. Well, 179 official episodes. We have other episodes that don't count.
True.
So maybe it's more like I've done 200 podcasts.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if we counted all the content and stuff, we're like all way up there in the numbers category. But
today's video was our 777th video.
Holy shit!
Ooh,
yeah, we put out a lot of content on the channel.
It was a spicy one.
Yeah, I like the video I put out today. Folks, go watch it after the podcast tonight. You'll feel better about yourself.
Yes, you will.
No, but we got to answer Alpha Terranima's. What's the terrible way that you could have a Fox property be ruined by Disney? You said Die Hard with a PG rating. I'm gonna go with a PG rated Predator film.
Ooh, that'd be fucking terrible. That'd be fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to live on that planet.
Dude, they remake Airheads, but it's a Backdoor Josie and the Pussycat sequel.
Oh, ew. Stop.
Wait, Backdoor to Josie and the Pussycats? I think I'm down with that.
I love how you barely hear the shitty sex jokes in the background.
I know, it's really bad.
That's a different franchise, my man.
The Samoan sex machine, Nick Utam, ladies and gentlemen.
Daddy cream of coconut, that's on you.
That and American Ramrod. What's Dion's new name? You still want to be the one, the only? You want a new name?
Well, we were down with the one and the only. I like that.
I started calling him DBD after he flaked out on us and left us with Mother.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, you did do that, DBD. Oh. That was me throwing the little cat that came with Captain Marvel down on the desk.
Good.
Hey, that cat was the best part of that movie.
Is it wrong?
True story.
The first thing I noticed was how well it was painted. And I was kind of like, this is a well-painted little toy. I'm going to keep this.
Oh, man.
Captain Marvel, no, I honestly threw her off my desk.
Good.
Let's see. TLJ Screwjob says, Kirsten Dunst or Zendaya? 3 movies to 1, but... ...
Is that even a question? Because there's no way in hell. I promise you I'm not going to pick Zendaya.
Yeah.
I still don't know what a Zendaya is.
It's a shitty actress.
It's that weird rash you get right around your balls. That's what it is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it tells you
Summertime,
about
so there's going to be
slavery.
plenty of Zendaya.
Why is that in Spider-Man? I don't want to see that.
God.
I'll go with Kirsten Dunst because there are other movies she's in that I don't dislike. I love Jumanji. She was good in that role. I think she gets a lot of crap because of how bad Spider-Man 3 was. But before Spider-Man 3, no one was really dumping on her.
No.
Well, that, and then she did pick some terrible ass movies after Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but she was in that pretty solid movie. What was the one where the world was about to end? Oh, God.
Knowing? Was that one?
Interview with a Vampire.
Well, that's solid, too. But no, that was decades before. I don't know.
Not the Nick Cage one, but the fucking...
Hold on,
I know what you're talking about.
She's like laying in like a field in a wedding dress or something.
Oh, that movie! Holy, that crazy art movie.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name, but I've seen the poster like thousands of times. Like every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, no, thank you.
Melancholia.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know what that fucking is.
Wedding and the world is ending. I'm just like, what? Who thought of this?
Yeah, but
Who the hell thought of this?
Kirsten Dunst was also in Small Soldiers, so I love that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
She's what's his name's daughter?
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman's daughter. Yep.
She was also in a movie called Dick, which is kind of funny. The Richard Nixon film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was in Tower of Terror. I liked that movie as a kid. It was a Disney Channel movie. Jeez. Yeah, you know what? Kirsten Dunst all day. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 was crap, but she still had a solid career. Zendaya, go away.
Dude, every time I see her on screen, I'm just like, my eyes roll back. You can actually hear them roll back. I'm just like, this bitch.
I don't really know how to answer this one. I'll read it, but I don't think any of us have an answer. This comes from Technocratic Concentration Camp. He says, regarding the insider blows whistles and exec reveal Google plan to prevent Trump situation, why don't you black out faces or exec and re-upload the video to YouTube?
Reagan in a landslide.
Honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I know the video you're talking about, but I don't know how you would get that on the platform. I don't think there's a way where they would let anyone have it up there. Because isn't there some kind of law about like recording somebody without their knowledge?
Yeah, well, I know in certain states it's actually like California. You can't do that, but yeah, putting it, especially if you're going to try to make money off it.
Yeah, it's a very scary future for this platform, but well, other people are getting involved in the real world, so we'll be covering it. Believe me, we're here on this platform. We're not going away, but I don't know. It seems like every day they're trying to make it harder and harder for us, but we're going to fight back harder and harder and come out better on the other side, the winners. So Technocratic Concentration Camp, I'm sorry I don't have a better answer. I really don't know how to answer your question eloquently. I'm not even trying to dance around it. I just don't know what to say. You just couldn't. Why would they allow you to put that video on the platform? You know, it makes them look bad. It's an embarrassment. Thunder Robots says, Jeff, what's your estimated release of the P.O. Box video? Trying to sync my video of what I made you so they come out at the same time. Well, Thunder Robots, if you follow me on Twitter, I will make sure that I release it at the same time, or I'll get in contact with you, because I don't know if you're in part 1 or part 2. So I told you guys what he sent me, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's exciting. I'll Thunder Robots, I will let you know. Just shoot me a tweet. I think our inbox is open for everybody, so I'll let you know. It's not gonna be part 1, and it's, oh man, I wish if I had a lot of time tomorrow to edit it, I would put together a P.O. Box video, but I'm gonna leave for Columbus in the middle of the day, so I'll let you guys know. 007 Cloud says, I would have preferred Spidey-less MCU. That way Sony and Marvel wouldn't be compelled to force the Spider-Verse tards.
I mean, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do a Spider-Man-less MCU might not be a bad idea, though.
It was great up until Civil War. We never once complained, we need Spider-Man.
Nope.
We used to sit and go on about how great Captain America and Iron Man were.
Yeah.
So it seems that 007 Cloud's on my side. So thumbs up to you, 007 Cloud. You got the best taste. Swinging Cod says they had a comic line based on just being black. It was called Milestone, and the only character that survived the collapse was Static Shock. IPs based solely on intrinsic identity is doomed to fail. He also says Eternal Tales, Campbellian in nature, will live on forever as they speak to the heart of all people, regardless of intrinsic immutable characteristics. Hollywood needs to remember this. So that was a double super chat from Swinging Cod. First off, thank you very much. I do remember Milestone comics. Do you guys remember those? I think it was.
I do.
Duffy.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, it was never really that. I mean, you remember Static Shock, the cartoon, right?
Yep.
I used to love that show. It was like Virgil.
It was fantastic, dude. Then when they would blend it with, Justice League and shit. It was great.
Project. That was a terrible cartoon. No, there are other characters that are black, and I think they exist to be black, but they've done it better. Like, is Steel a good character? I'm still on the fence.
I do think so, especially in this last iteration in Reign of the Superman. I think he is a good character. It's just he's just a B+ guy. He's not going to be a main event. But yeah, I think especially him being black isn't a huge it's not the fucking defining feature of his character.
No, same thing with like a Luke Cage. There's a lot more to the character,
right?
But whatever. I remember Milestone. I almost said Milestone. But yeah, the Campbellian nature, I think that story structure, the hero's journey, is never old and never tired. You have it in Star Wars, you have it in The Matrix, you have it in so many different genres, and it always works and it's always fun. I mean, who doesn't love to watch a downtrodden character become better, raise themselves out of their situation? It's inspiring, and on so many levels, it reaches us. Hell, maybe we're gonna study behind the scenes the Campbell, Hero of 1,000 Faces. We'll create something and make $1 billion, and then we'll retire. How's that sound, guys?
Works for me.
I like it, man. I like it.
Oh man, Jesus! Sorry, there's a fireworks story in the news. A kid lost his hand. Ugh.
Ouch!
Damn. Yeah, fuck, man, why is this even on in the background?
You're supposed to throw them before they go off.
Yeah, I don't do fireworks.
Damn it, little Jimmy.
Oh, little Jimmy's invisible. So let's see. JDude93 says, "Are you guys fans of Defunct Land?" I personally am, big time. I used to watch every video he put out. What's his name? Kevin Perger or Surger or Dirt, something like that. Urger. He's not your fucking mother, Dion.
Yeah.
that was my favorite video.
I missed that video. I'm so glad they took it down.
You know what's sad? Two of our favorite videos got taken down. Mine for You're Not My Fucking Mother, and yours is Return of the Mac.
Yep. God damn, those videos were great.
I missed that video. If I could go back in time and rewatch those, well, I would do other stuff if I could time travel. But on the way back, I'd watch those two videos. Take a quick detour. So yes, Jay Dude, I am a fan. I want to watch his Muppet Babies video and get caught up. I do love the theme park videos. There's something about them, the history, that guy's voice. They're very well produced pieces of content. His Astroland one was well made. I like them, all of them. Yeah. Alpha Terranema says, "You described my reaction to the Goonies ending the first time I saw it. Younger me was pissed seeing all that treasure sail away."
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money in that.
I know. The doubloons, the all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was enough to save the Goondocks. So I guess the moral of the story was just enough to get by. We don't promote greed. Which is bullshit because it was 1985 and excess was in.
That's right. That's what the 80s was all about. Do as much as you can.
I love how Marty comes back to the future from 1955. Though his parents still live in the same house, they have a BMW. Marty got a brand new truck. The house is beautiful. The parents go.
They play fucking tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do everything the right way. Big. Sorry, but yeah, Alpha Terranema, I feel. What other ones? I hate to say it, but for as much as the joke does work, I hate the ending to Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah, I understand. I like it, but I get why people that complain about it. I don't begrudge them for that one because it is a silly ass ending.
The town is back that way. You'll have to excuse my friend; he's a little slow.
Yeah.
Swinging Cod, I already read that one. Salvador says, "What?" Well, where we go? Salvador says, "What? What about younglings? The family dismembered." Oh,
ouch, dude! Goddamn.
Killing younglings. I swear he's trying not to laugh during that scene.
He totally was trying not to laugh during that scene.
Mega Jetty 1 says, "Hey guys, still spreading the good word for Anna." Yes. We'll say it again because we said at the beginning of the show, we don't have any information on Anna's situation. Everything that was made public last night is all I've heard. I messaged Jeremy. I said, "Any update?" He goes, "Nope." So that's all I've heard. Today's been kind of a weird day. So, show your support, retweet, help spread the word on Twitter, and just stay up to date with what comes from her or Geeks and Gamers, or maybe even from us, depending on what we hear. So, we're with Anna. We got her back always, and we want to help her get through this time. And, we'll find her sister safely and everything works out good because I couldn't imagine what she's going through. None of us have had to deal with that. So all we can do is give her support and tell her we're here for her. Mega Jetty 1 also says, "Catch my Firewalker watch party tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time." You guys ever seen Firewalker?
Nope.
No.
I don't even know what it is. Let me look it up real quick. So Firewalker is a 1986 film starring... Ooh, it sounds cool. It's got Chuck Norris and Lou Gossett Jr.
Holy shit.
It can't be bad.
Or wait, that's not Chuck Norris. That is Chuck Norris. Okay. Let's see. Aztec adventure with 2 soldiers of fortune who have to stomp their way past mercenaries and crocodiles to reach a temple full of gold.
Mercenaries and crocodiles. I like it.
It's also, if you got TV, if you have cable, folks, it's on Encore Action East, West, all day on the 3rd of July. So you have many chances to watch it. And if you've never heard of it, similar films are Alan Quartermain, King Solomon's Gold, Treasure of the Four something. Oh, and Indiana Jones. That's what it sounds like. Chuck Norris in an Indiana Jones ripoff. That's something I can get behind. Darth Vader's disembodied shard phallus says the sexiest is obviously episode 3 because I'm in it. Just saying.
It's a true story. He has this big coming out party on that episode. Actually, it's more like coming off party, but it's not the point.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of coming off, I was reading Sin City the other day, that Yellow Bastard story.
Yeah.
That is a brutal comic book.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That Yellow Bastard. Next year, we'll do a Sin City watch party for its 15th year.
Fantastic.
I have great memories of that movie.
It's a good one.
Mellow Soul says, the 3 seashells are in Demolition Man. How do you suppose the Star Wars universe does it? Because I tend to agree Rey and Kylo would stink.
I mean, yeah, they probably totally stink.
+1 for that joke. That was a good joke.
I like it. Mellow Soul, thumbs up to you, man. Now, I know in the Millennium Falcon, they have these things called refreshers. I guess that's like their shower.
Yep.
But they don't change their clothes in Star Wars. Like, that's my... Okay, so we know that they're in the Millennium Falcon for quite a while. At least we assume they are because of how long Luke Skywalker trains with Yoda. But, like, okay, Dion, let's say we're trapped in your house for a week. We're still going to change our clothes no matter what we come through.
Exactly.
So
maybe the refreshers are like giant space Febreze machines.
And they, like, get all up in the nooks and crannies as well as your clothes?
I mean, it's space. It's very technologically advanced.
Fair enough. But yeah, I just feel like the new Star Wars characters look grimy. Even Luke Skywalker didn't look that grimy. Well, he did have a family, so it goes to show you, if you have a family, you can shower.
That's right.
You better shower. That's the rule.
That's the real theme.
Even without a family, you should shower.
Well, I agree. Everyone should shower.
Yeah, at least once a day.
Let's see. Where are we at?
4 Class Bullshitters. We promote good hygiene.
Yeah. I don't have any cavities, so I'm just saying for a reason. On Topic says Captain Marvel has strong home video sales, though. Okay. I've never released a video about Captain Marvel video sales.
Good for Captain Marvel home video.
I guess so. It's never been we're talking about. Hold on. Logan Michael says I might have missed one of his super chats. Let's see. We read Anti-Funko Pops.
Yeah.
I read the Pops were gay. We always are just trying to spread the word. I don't think I missed it. Logan Michael, you're listening, man. Yeah, I'm looking right now. I don't see it.
We didn't miss it. You did.
Yeah, I'm going back to the very top just for you, dude. Because I don't want to do that. I think I've missed 2 in the entirety of our channel. And the one I caught I think it was like 007 Clouds. I made sure I read it right on the next show. Let's see. On topic says, when are you going to join Planet Fitness? I don't know. I kind of like you sending money to talk shit, so keep on sending it.
Yes.
Jeremy Smith says, Captain Marvel, who's the top and who's the bottom? I don't know. Outer space?
Yeah, I guess so. Ronan.
The Accuser? Or Ronan is in Hawkeye's alternate personality?
Both. Just both. We'll just go both.
I mean, he lost his family. I could understand.
Yeah, kind of lonely.
Chelly Roberts says, just got here. What did I miss? Oh, my God.
A lot.
Just a lot. We covered a lot of topics. Normally, we cover like 1 or 2 main. We went into a lot tonight. Well, the show's winding down, but we had a lot of meat on the bone. So, let's see. Alpha Terra Nemo says, BRB, son. Off to Atlantis to make you fish bros.
My man.
Fish bros now. Money me, fish bros. Fish bros.
That's his line.
That's his. Bikini 90 says, the one, the only. Did Dion retire Brooklyn Supreme? Did you ever even adopt Brooklyn Supreme?
No.
Not officially. That was more of the inside joke nickname.
Yeah.
Well, from now on, I'll call you Brooklyn Supreme Dion Green. Dreg says, I posted a Defunctland Hong Kong video on Facebook. I'll check that out, Dregs. I need to go back and watch all the videos of his I missed. It's been months since I've watched a Defunctland video. So
yeah, I really like the Chuck E. Cheese one. Well, the Showbiz one.
Yeah. I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese all the time.
Oh, yeah. Great place.
007 Claus says, happy birthday, Toby. Best Spidey so far, movie-wise.
Damn straight.
Easily.
Yeah. You're not going to hear any arguments from us. The Grand Inquisitor actually clarifies our situation. He says, Han just has 20 of the same outfit.
Wow, there you go. In space, you wear the same thing all the time because that's all you buy.
Yeah, well, where does he get his outfits at, Kendo?
Spudwill.
Smugglers Are Us.
There you go.
You missed the Conrad reference.
Yeah, I kind of screwed that one up.
I felt like tweeting him today and be like, Bruce Pritchard and Eric Bischoff are both back in the WWE. Wonder how many weeks Conrad has left of those shows. Because
I wonder that what's going to happen. That whole Butts in Seats 2020 campaign to get Shivani in the Hall of Fame, that might be picking up steam.
I hope so. Shivani's a good dude.
Yeah.
Finally, TLJ Screwjob says, Dumb and Dumber 2 is kind of funny. It's just that I've seen the first about 20 times, so I was overhyped on it being funny as funny as the first. I hated Dumber 2.
I was going to say, I watched about 10 or 15 minutes of it and turned it off. I was like, I can't do this. This is awful.
See, TLJ Screwjob, to me, Dumb and Dumber 2 commits the #1 sin of all sequels. The characters aren't the same. Yes, it's Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, but it contradicts the stuff in the first film. Like, they didn't know what sex was. Lloyd slept with Harry's girlfriend, Freda Felcher. All kinds of stuff was going on. They really made them into caricatures for the sake of a joke. And I think if you're making a sequel, your #1 priority is continuity.
Yes.
Mellow Soul is back. He says, do you think Rey is powerful with the Force that she uses the Force to transport her bowel movements into Kylo's helmet? Sorry for the crap jokes. That's how it ends.
Can we get an F in the chat for Kylo's helmet?
Yeah.
I mean, Disney shit all over Star Wars already. I mean, what's a little more?
Yeah, after a while, I mean, shit. So after a while, it's just like, eh. So this episode went on a lot longer than I planned.
Yeah, we were just on a roll.
Oh, okay. Dio Brando has a question, a legitimate question. What did you guys think of the Mummy trilogy?
The first two are good. The third one is an okay movie. I don't know how the fuck they afforded Jet Li, let alone cobbled enough together to make a goddamn movie. But the first two I do love. I do love the first two, especially the first one.
I think the final one's a big success, so financially.
I want to say it was. Yeah, it was. It wasn't a bad movie. It just, took a turn. Randomly, they go to China and their kid is in it. So it's kind of like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, on a budget of $145 million, it made $400 million. So,
oh yeah, I mean that's a success.
Dio Brando, I'll answer your question. I love the first Mummy. I think it's great. Second one, pretty good. I've only seen it a few times, and then the third one, I've seen the ending of it, so I don't really have an opinion.
Yeah, I like the first two.
You know, Dion, what's a terrible movie?
Hit me.
College Road Trip, starring Martin Lawrence and Raven-Symoné.
Oh, don't! Oh my god, that movie! I don't even know how I got fucking banned. I think my fucking parents bought it on DVD randomly, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Fuck you, Raven."
Alpha Terranema says, that reminds me, Aquaman never answered our Atlantean bathroom questions. Only that peeing might activate the hologram. I really want to watch that film again.
It's a good one.
Buy it. Yeah, it's a damn good one.
I got that Plex server with 4,500 movies, so it's on there.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
So was Captain Marvel. Don't really want to watch it again, though.
No.
But I've been going through X-Men, the animated series, and I did watch Ren and Stimpy on Saturday. All I needed was cereal, and I would have been back.
That is something I need to have in my life, a Ren and Stimpy box set.
I don't even know if it exists.
It's got to. It has to somewhere.
It's a great show.
Yes, it is.
Weird too. As a kid, I didn't love it because I didn't get a lot of the jokes. As an adult, I'm like, how was this ever on TV?
Yeah. Well, as a kid, I loved it, and I didn't get all the jokes either, but I got the jokes that were aimed at me. I would love to go back as an adult and watch it and catch all the shit that I missed.
Itapakuians, the place to be review, says, have you heard about the Spider-Man Far From Home spoilers or about the post-credit scenes? Kind of disappointing. Hail President, Muff Daddy, it's almost time for a wrestling stream. Yes, it is almost time for a wrestling stream. Make sure you listen to After Hours, man, because we're going to be talking about some wrestling topics.
Wrestling.
You know, Itapakuian, I feel like if we combined our forces, you know, us, Jeremy, you, a couple other people, we could start another channel and really cash it on the wrestling hype right now. So we should try to make that happen. Just putting that out there, man. Now, to answer your question about the Spider-Man Far From Home spoilers, I have not seen any. I haven't even been trying to avoid them. I just didn't even know that they're a thing. So I just don't know. But I'm not really going to search them out. I'll probably end up seeing the movie Monday night because there's probably nothing else to do. So I'll try to see it Monday night at a midnight screening or something, and we'll have a discussion. Don't hold me to that one. There will be a Spider-Man review sometime in the near future. But
yep, I'm planning on going Tuesday.
So there you go. Next Thursday night, folks, we will not have a podcast because it is the 4th of July, correct?
America.
Sure.
Yeah, so people are going to be at barbecues, drinking, grilling,
blowing shit up.
Yeah. Husker Do's, Husker Don'ts, Whistling Bungholes. I love that movie too. Anyway, it's the 4th of July, so you guys are going to have an off week. We're not going to put anything out because it's a holiday. We want to spend time with our families. You want to spend time with your families. If you need to listen to something, we have over 770 videos to watch. So, you know, just listen to a couple. Message us on Twitter. We might respond back with a happy 4th of July. So, yeah. You know, you're listening to us in live time or something like that. So, Dion, I almost said Dick, which would be Dion and Nick combined, but there's no Nick. So.
Damn. Yeah. I hope that's the reason why you just call me Dick.
So
Dick.
So Dion,
yes.
Anything you'd like to say in closing?
Hashtag save the tick and catch my boy Nick's channel, Real Productions.
Real with 2 E's, ha, film pun.
That's right. Get it? He makes movies. They get drunk and they review horror movies. It's actually really good. When I'm not doing anything, I watch them. I don't tell them because I don't want to give them too many ego boosts. But check that shit out. It's really good. And let's get a Twitter thing going so I can be a main part in the next comic book because I wasn't in this one till the very end. So that's cool though.
Don't spoil it. Gendo?
Yeah, actually, my friend Sammy, she is an artiste, and she does art stuff, and she takes requests and does commission stuff. And she asked me if I would pimp out her Instagram, which is Sammy with a Y .tattoo.art. She does some good stuff, and she takes requests.
So there you go, folks. You got some artwork to look up, and you got some comics to look forward to, no matter what Dion tells you. It's quality entertainment. So, folks, this has been episode 179. We'll say it again because it's probably the right number. You know what we should do? Every episode is 179, Kendo.
There you go. Works for me.
So, folks, this has been episode 179 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, except next week because it's the 4th of July, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I need to ask that at the beginning of the show. On the way out, and share us all over social media. If you haven't had a chance, go back and watch our latest video. What is it called? The new Kathleen Kennedy, something about the future of Star Wars. I don't know. I only made every aspect of the video.
The future of Star Wars.
Yeah, the future of Star Wars. I don't know. It's worth a watch. It's worth your time. It's worth a damn. And there's a good message within the video. So, folks, message. I'll be back next time with more. When is next time? Well, you just have to be on the lookout because YouTube does not spread our videos the way they used to. So, share us all over social media. Help us become easily searchable. And until next time, folks, be excellent to each other.
Duh.